It's funny, yeah, because I've experienced it a few times.
Look, it's cold. It's pretty chilly, 9 degrees, but there's no rain. And pretty little wind out here, so we should be in for a cracker of a match. Can't wait.
It is 8-7. Carterton maintained the lead following the earlier try and penalty. But that misty rain has certainly well settled in.
It has, Childesy.
Yeah,
on the sideline there.
Thank goodness Mark Childs is not a meteorologist, that's all I can say.
I've grown to like bloody Wairarapa bush. There's a lot of my friends have been there, like the Pens we talked about, PJ. And it's had a great heritage of good players, and they enjoy their rugby. It's the best thing out there. Heartland Division is a wonderful division because they enjoy the rugby. And the product they're putting out, they're selling a good product to the TV in New Zealand.
Good afternoon and welcome to Trust House Memorial Park. My name's Anton Persico and I'm joined here with Boda and Mark Childs, and it is round 7 of the Bunnings Heartland Championship. Wairarapa Bush host Whanganui. It's wet and it's going to be a tough game for Wairarapa Bush out there today, boys.
Yeah, well look, advice is to bring your raincoats and your gumboots and your umbrellas because it's going to be tricky conditions for the players today. Huge amount of rain forecast to carry on through the afternoon. Can be a great leveler, Boda, when it rains. Thoughts on that?
It really can. The turf does make it a bit easier because obviously it drains really well and it doesn't get puggy. So, but it will still be a leveler, especially when they put up the old Gary Owens, the big bombs, chips in behind That ball bounces funny on the turf. So, yeah, interesting. It'll make it interesting.
Especially with Andre Taylor starting at 10 for Coptham Wairarapa Bush. His kicking game might have a big influence on the match. And look, Boda, tell us a little bit about this Whanganui team that you've researched.
Team, I've been having a good look into them, and it makes me really nervous today. They're a really, really good side, and they're on the build. They've got some really, really standout players. Their blindside flanker's back this week, and that's Samu Kubanavuna. Like he's been out for 2 weeks, but the impact he had in the first 3 weeks with his big running, line-out jumper, big work rate, like he's real trouble. Wairarapa Bush are really going to have to watch him. And then they've at first 5, they've got Dane Whale, so he's actually a lone player, born in Taihape though, but he's in Hawke's Bay now, and he runs that game for them. Really smart rugby player alongside Lindsay Horrocks at halfback. They've got a really good combination there. That's going to be really difficult for Wairarapa Bush. And then we've probably got the absolute standout player in Heartland at the moment, and that's Vakarorongo. He's the centre, number 13. Watch for him on Saturday on the live stream. Watch for him at the game. He's a special player. We've seen some really special players come out of Whanganui over the last few years. They bring some Fijians over and then they go through to the next level. Like Saki Naholo, I think he came out of Whanganui and they produced some of that talent, and it makes me really nervous for today because he's been in absolutely outstanding form. Wairarapa Bush could be in for a tough day.
Coptham Wairarapa Bush currently in 6th position and Whanganui in 3rd position. As you say, Boda have built their way up that ladder as the season progressed. A little bit of a slow start, but they're now on a roll. It will be a difficult match for Coptham Wairarapa Bush, but I've got faith in the side on our home ground this season. 3 from 3 unbeaten. And just running through the side, there has been a number of changes enforced through injury for the Coptham Wairarapa Bush starting lineup. Pretty consistent type 5 there, not too many changes. And we have Inia Katia back in the side at open side flanker, along with BJ Campbell at number 8. And Jared Hawkins on the blind side. That's a very experienced loose forward trio. So expect them to get through a power of work and trying to get out and fluster these Whanganui inside backs and centres to help the likes of Harry Eschenbach and Fiula Tamilau with our defence in the midfield there. So we're going to have a lot of coverage there, and the boys are going to have to really be onto it. The inside back combination of Bracewell and Taylor she'll be able to drive the game for us, I feel.
It's a great inside back combination, Chelsea.
And Isaac Volibert from Tuarangi gets a start on the left wing, and along with Hayden Cooper, who's making his debut today for Coptham Wairarapa Bush. Congratulations to Hayden, a fine young player, and make the most of it, mate. We're all backing you. And Aseri Waka, who's had a pretty good season, he'll be starting at the back. So, look, there's a lot of talent in that back line as well, but I think the key will be for us to, Coptham Wairarapa Bush, to front up on defence, get in the faces of the Whanganui back line, try and put them under some pressure, especially with the rain around, try and force some errors and really capitalise on that.
I think we're really, really going to have to watch the midfield. I mean, we did speak a little bit about one of the players in the midfield, but also they've got Tamasi Serawaru. So he's also in there, and he's really dangerous, 114 kilograms. Those midfielders are going to have to get up, and they're going to have to make those tackles. They're going to have to take the space away from Whanganui, Chelsea.
That'll be a big key to this match, that midfield battle. But of course, all games are won on the forwards, Boda. So if Coptham Wairarapa Bush can really take it to this Whanganui forward pack, I think that's our best chance of securing victory today out there in a rain-soaked turf at Trust House Memorial Park.
And the mighty Whanganui have rested 4 of their players, put them on the bench this week from last week, and they've had that for the last 3 weeks. So that's interesting play from Whanganui, obviously looking to come home strong.
Yeah, they are, and obviously a strategy from the coaching team of Whanganui. But look, let's see if Coptham Wairarapa Bush can take advantage of that up front. You're looking for big games from our type 5, especially Sam Gammy will lead from the front. And look, the front row, Tupou might have been a little bit quiet last week. Get him back on the home track, get him running with the ball, get his work rate up. Was expecting a big game from Tupou Leomanu and Stanley Wright Jr. as well, to prop up those scrums and give us at least some parity in that set piece.
Okay, so the Whanganui side really testing Boda with the commentary here with some of the tongue twisters.
Oh, for sure. It's pretty cool. I like it. There's 5 Fijians in the back line, but I think I've got them pretty much down pat now, so we'll give it a go. There might be once or twice when I get a bit carried away during the game when they put 5 or 6 phases together, boys.
Yeah, and Pesco, look, to the Whanganui viewers, perhaps checking in, look, we are a biased commentary team.
Very biased.
So look, we apologise for it now. Don't expect any apologies during the show.
We'll call it how it is and how it isn't. Now
the referee cops a lot of flack.
And look, if you do want to criticise us, feel free to pop it on.
Yeah, like we
don't care.
We don't really care. Now, Charles did get the trifecta in the last live stream broadcast. He is losing his hair. He has got a double chin. But there was a bloke commenting that you need to go to Specsavers.
There was Dion Waller's father.
Yeah,
actually,
next
Old Alan Waller.
Alan Waller. Yeah,
Alan Waller.
Get off to Specsavers, you commentators. And I couldn't agree more with him. To be fair,
we were going through the 2 calls that he called you up on, Charles, and we were right.
You got those right.
We were right.
yeah. Well, look, sometimes we're right. Sometimes we're right. But again, apologies in advance to the Whanganui people today.
Okay, now if you are watching from Whanganui, we do have a Pick the Score competition. Hub Legal sponsor this. It's $1,000. You have to go to a post from Wairarapa Bush Facebook page at 9 a.m. this morning, and on there you'll list the score and the winning team. You can't choose the same score as somebody else. You must like and share the post, and if you get it right, it is
$1,000.
$1,000
for Pick the Score. So I think it's probably the largest Pick the Score around the Heartland provincial unions in New Zealand. It's jackpotted to $1,000. Yeah. Look, but if you don't like and share the page, Whanganui listeners, it's only $500. So make sure you do that.
I caught up with Sam Gammy, Wairarapa Bush captain, on Thursday night, and here's what he had to say.
Yeah, massive challenge this weekend up against a strong Whanganui side. They always seem like the bigger cousins to us. So yeah, we really look forward to the challenge coming up against them. And the men have trained very well. So yeah, they'll be looking for everything they've got at them. So definitely been a few changes last couple of weeks. But yeah, everyone that's been called up has slotted in seamlessly. There's a few men come out of the Barbarians who have previous Heartland experience, and yeah, they haven't skipped a beat, so yeah, looking forward to them stepping up this weekend.
And then we caught up with the Whanganui team on Friday night, last night.
So here we are with the Whanganui team, Dane Whale. Welcome, Dane, to the Copthorne on the Friday nights. Dane, tell us about how the season's gone and how you're feeling about tomorrow.
A bit of a rocky start, but yeah, we've definitely got our season back on track. So week by week we're taking it. So yeah, next opponent is Wairarapa Bush. So yeah, into the boneyard as you call it. But that's where we're on. Yeah,
look, the southerly coming through tomorrow, about 50 mil of rain forecast. That ball will react a little bit differently tomorrow than probably what Wairarapa Bush are used to. And perhaps you've played on the turf a few times yourself.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so definitely a different turf than we used to. But I'm sure we'll get on top of it and get into it.
Look, leading into this match, your season started probably slowly, not what we're used to expect from Whanganui in previous seasons. A couple of losses. What's been the difference as you've built through this season?
We just had to really look deep down into ourselves to sort of pull ourselves out of that. So the last 3 weeks has really been just about putting our performances that we knew we had in us, but we hadn't really clicked into gear in those first couple of games. So this Heartland competition's always been a great competition, and you have to hit the ground running. And it's just been one of those seasons where it was a bit slower than usual. But
yeah, and Dane, the games are so unpredictable, aren't they? Like, a team could lose one week and the next week they've all of a sudden got up and had a victory. I suppose this is the intrigue and the beauty about Heartland rugby.
Yeah, I'm sure the TAB has a lot of fun with trying to sort those odds out. But that's the beauty of this competition. It sort of can go anyway. When it's not professional, it only takes an away game, and the bottom team can and beat the top.
Absolutely.
The beauty of this competition.
And look, tell us about your squad, where they come from, and is Tai Happy part of Whanganui?
It's quite a big catchment area, as you'd say. It ranges right from Ruapehu, from the mountain, right to Whanganui, and right up to Waverley, which is sort of South Taranaki. So our biggest bus trip from Tai Happy is about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So always good for culture building, those the bus trips.
Well, they are indeed the attachment. So just give us an approximate guess at the landmass.
Oh no, I couldn't. Not sure.
You're a stock agent. You're familiar with the rural environment. Hectares and things like that. Look, it surely has to be in the millions, wouldn't it?
Trillions, I'd say.
You'd say trillions, maybe billions.
Quick question for Dane here. What's the population of Tai Happy?
2,500. I would be at a rough guess.
I've been busy here. 4,000.
That might have been when I was born. The sort of numbers, but yeah.
The old gumboot country and. Shot. Now, Dane, question is, have you kicked a 50-22 this season?
Yeah, first game. I'm pretty sure I've hit a 52.
Pretty sure?
Yeah.
Now, we've got some comments from the crowd over here.
Might have been pre-season.
Dane's claiming he's kicked a 50-22 this season in Heartland. Is this true? Right, a bit of BS from the crowd.
It is what
we've got a little bit of a wager tomorrow between yourself and Andre Taylor. Around a 50-22. So whoever gets $100.
Yep.
And with the rain coming in on the turf, it's going to skid. Dane, there'll be plenty of opportunity for you.
Thanks, mate.
He's like, I ain't kicking one of them. We're going to run it.
If the opportunity presents itself, then it'll happen, mate. Property slowed up here too, then, has it?
It's picked up the last 8 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
So before you have a shot there, Dane, what is the technique for throwing a gumboot? Like the best technique?
Oh, who was Beatrice Famuina, the discus thrower. Yeah, you've sort of got to look at her footage. Yeah.
Olympic champion?
Yeah.
World champion?
Yeah. Hit and spin, you know?
Hit and spin?
Yeah.
So the actual full rotation?
Yeah.
So the full rotation, spin and then go?
Yeah.
For maximum distance, you heard it right here.
That's it.
The 10 from Whanganui. Dane, do they do gumboot throwing on turf or is it always on grass?
Nah, always grass. Always grass.
And
there's actually quite a famous guy throwing a gumboot there this week. The Hoff.
The Hasselhoff?
Yes.
Like the actual Knight Rider?
Yes. Was in Taipei this week.
The actual Knight Rider?
Throwing
Senior.
mate.
Stan Wright Senior, the Knight Rider.
You tag him in this.
David Hasselhoff is in Taipei?
Yeah, he was during the week.
Well, Stan Wright Senior, if you're watching. Now, what's your nickname, Whaley? What's your nickname?
Danger.
Danger. Right, so Danger, if we bring a gumboot down to the ground tomorrow, will you have a gumboot throwing competition against Dr. Dre?
There's a couple of other Taihepians that are in the team that can throw one a little bit further than me, so I'm happy to delegate, one of the Taihepians.
Being a number 10, he's obviously very good at delegation and running back lines and stuff. So who would you nominate to throw the gumboot in your side?
Yeah, our front row, Hadley Hayhauser.
Yeah. Hadley, if you're listening. Yeah, versus Tupou. So we've got a prop called Tupou the Terminator. And he was a bit quiet last week, so we're expecting him to bounce back. That'll be a good matchup. So he's your tight head?
Yep.
Yeah. We'll look forward to that contest tomorrow. Danger, does it need to be a red band to be a fully focused gumboot throwing competition?
Yes, it does. If anything other than a red band won't be thrown.
That's gold. One of the legends of New Zealand, really, isn't he? From Taihape, Fred Dagg. And now, do you guys, when you get together in Taihape, do you get around the campfire or and have a few drinks, and do you start singing Fred Dagg songs?
Nah, that's not really a thing that happens. But
is it not? That's disgraceful.
Yeah,
I can't believe that's not something.
Maybe should be a cultural change in that community.
Should be a cultural change in my mind. Fred Dagg, absolute legend. Get around and sing some of those classics.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Maybe something we should bring to the table.
I think so, and maybe even inside this team.
Yeah.
Right, 2-0.
Thank you.
Still form Whanganui 0, Cop form Wairarapa Bush 2, and there's nothing to play for tomorrow. So tomorrow's a dead rubber, you're 2-0 down, but look, in summary there, Danger, with this weather coming in, what's the game plan?
Oh, you always play to the conditions. That's part of rugby. So whatever we get given tomorrow, you're playing it. The field isn't exactly going to get muddy though, is it? So
no, you'll still be.
We can tick that off not being part of preparation.
Yeah, ball might be a bit slippery, but every time we see a game on the turf, the boneyard, the rucks are pretty clean. So obviously you can still play some footy.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do if you win the toss?
Yeah, as I say,
you got to tell us. It's only going to be broadcast just before the game.
Yeah.
So what would you do if you win the toss and the southerlies playing
I'll
through?
probably be going straight into the win.
So you play into the win, keep the ball in hand, create some pressure, and try and wear out the Bush
last
defence.
Week, so.
Yeah, it did too. Yeah, with your victories. So hey mate, lovely to meet you.
You too.
Up Silver Fern Farms and up Chris back from Steel Form Whanganui. Becky, you're a great guy, and still supporting the team. It's good to see.
Beautiful.
Now the sideline commentary team is sponsored by Domino's, so that's why I will stick it out for my 10 pizzas at half time. And the commentary box is sponsored by the 10 o'clock cookie bakery and cafe, so coffees and pies all round up there.
Wairarapa Bush meat pie.
Welcome to Trust House Memorial Park today for the Whanganui Wairarapa Bush game. I'm Boda, and I'll be the caller today. And on the sideline we've got Persico and Childesy, so we'll head straight down there to Childesy now. So Childesy's just on the announcer, is he? So that's all good. So the both teams have just run out, so we're just about to hook into the Huckers.
Hey, Boda, yeah, it's at Persico here. I went over the loudspeaker instead of talking to you, so good morning, guys. How are you? Let's get ready for this Haka.
Bring it on.
Complete amateur. We only asked him to do one job.
So just while they're getting ready for these Hakas, so Whanganui sitting third on the table, Wairarapa Bush are sitting sixth on the table. This will be a pretty good game today. Now here we come the Hakas now, so we'll go tune into that. Wow, bit of feeling in that, Childsy.
Yeah, a lot of emotion there. It's probably the best one all season, in my opinion, Boda.
Nice. So I was just saying before the Hakas, this is a pretty exciting game. Whanganui's coming here in some really good form. They've won the last 3 in a row, so it'll be a big challenge for Wairarapa Bush today.
Huge challenge, and like anything, the battle up front. Whanganui got a very, very strong front row who've been all in form the last 2 to 3 games. So I think it starts in the tight 5, Boda, for Copland Wairarapa Bush today.
Yep, sounds good, Childsy. And also very excited to see Andre Taylor at first 5 today. Played the first game of the season, hasn't played since, so he's back in there at pivot today. So that'll be good for Wairarapa Bush.
And the sideline commentary team today is sponsored by Domino's Pizza.
And 10 o'clock Cookie Bakery and Caff. And a shout out to Power Farming as well. As Andre Taylor looking to get the game going here. Referee blows time on. Andre Taylor puts a nice big kick there, and it comes down to Whanganui early, and there's a nice crashing run there from Vanua. Takes it into the setup. Whanganui here just looking to get through some phases early. That's Tofa, the hooker, Alasana Tofa, who gets through. And there's Horrocks. Comes back to the captain Whale out of the born in Taihape, but actually on loan this year. And that comes down there to the Wairarapa Bush fullback.
Terrible pool player too, Boda. Terrible pool player.
Oh, okay. Andre Taylor with little chip and chase, but Horrocks, the captain. No, he's not the captain. So it's Lindsay Horrocks. There's 2 Horrockses in the team. He's the halfback. Puts a nice little kick down. Here's trouble here for Wairarapa Bush, but it looks like it's gone a bit deep as Wakefield gets back there and touches it down. So, good start there from Whanganui, just getting through their phases, but I quite like the fact that Dre Taylor was looking to go for the attacking option with the little chip straight away, boys.
Yeah, I think you'll see a lot of variety in his kicking game today, Boda, and talking to Reece Robinson before the game, looks like they will try and play some territory. The wind not too strong at this stage at ground level, so
cool.
Be interesting to see the tactics.
And it comes back here, he goes again, Kubana Vunanua. He's coming in, it's a massive big run there, crashing in. He's been injured for the last couple of weeks, and that's Horrocks there out to Salu, the big tight head prop with the big bump off into BJ Campbell. Comes out there to the first 5 Whale. Wales comes out there to Setawalu. Tamasi Setawalu, the 114 kilo, second 5'8", and that's nice defence from Wairarapa Bush. Pushing him back 3-4 metres. That's bit of setting a bit of the tone there from Wairarapa Bush. And it comes out there to the back line, and there's Tofa, Alasana Tofa with the crash there from Whanganui. But Wairarapa Bush in looking for the steal. He's in a good jackal position, but no, referee says hands off now, and Horrocks comes across there, and he's the centre. He's very exciting. Watch for him today, the centre, Vakarodongo. He's a top try scorer in the Heartland competition, and it comes out there to the big blindside again. That's his 3rd carry there, but Kubana Vanua. Little chip and chase, and here comes Melanathangi. Melanathangi coming through. Oh, Melanathangi!
Knock on.
A knock on, surely.
Oh, he's called the knock on. He's called it early. But Whanganui looking dangerous with Melanathangi pouring through there. Read that from Horrocks, the nice little chip and chase. Looking dangerous, Whanganui. Looking dangerous, Childsy.
Yeah, good ball retention there. Very strong at the breakdown, I've noticed. Good connection amongst their carriers and their cleaners. But also BJ Campbell, a couple of good tackles early on for him. And yeah, unlucky not to get a turnover there, that dominant tackle there in that phase of play, Boda.
Yep, for sure. And that's a nice kick there into the corner, boys.
Looked like it went dead from this angle.
Yeah, no, not from here.
Apologies to all the Whanganui viewers. We're quite a biased commentary team, so look, it's just the way it is.
As Tofa looks to throw into the line out here, they've got a couple of big jumpers there, and Peter Travis, Hay Horton and Josh Lane. A couple of big targets. Let's see who this goes to. Tofa there, beautiful there to big Josh Lane, the 1.95 m lock forward. Takes it in nicely, and this looks like a pretty good setup here from Whanganui. Whanganui there. Oh, it's a bit loose at the back, and it pops out there to Whale. Whale, the captain. And he comes out here. Oh, it's an intercept by Wairarapa Bush, and it's gone backwards. That's play on. So Wairarapa Bush secures some pool. Oh no, referee said they have knocked that on. So the first scrum of the game here on the this is a great attacking opportunity for Whanganui. Right in the middle of the field, 22 metres out from the line.
Good press there from Fiula Tamilau on defence, getting up and putting some pressure on the midfield of Steel Form Whanganui. This will be a big key to this match, the battle of the midfield today, I believe, Persico, with the form Whanganui is showing in the last two games.
Hey, now there's a really good crowd that's built in the stand here and also on the deck of the union rooms. So really good to see. And look, this wind is starting to pick up. I think we are going to get drowned here pretty shortly.
Good to know, because there hasn't been a lot of rain yet. We were forecast for 50 odd mil today and we've only had about 5. So the referee nothing happened there, nothing on that. The referee's just getting these scrums sorted.
Well, Bodo, I was pretty concerned because Childsy had predicted a lot of rain and he broadcasted it everywhere. I thought everyone was going to stay at home. So it's good to see they turned up.
Yeah, they turned up. So this will be a good scrum battle today with Tupo Leomanu, Sasavai and Stanley Wright Jr. for Wairarapa Bush, and Hadley Hay Horton, Alasana Tofa and Raymond Salu for Whanganui. As Lindsay Horrocks looks to put the ball in. It's a great attacking opportunity. Whanganui has got a split here, 3-3 each side of the scrum. As Horrocks puts the ball in, it's a good steady scrum from Whanganui. As Horrocks comes and finds it. And a short ball to Tomasi Serawalu. And he's about 8 metres out from the line, Tomasi. And then it comes here and it's come the big lock forward. Oh, and no, Wairarapa Bush getting in there again, but it's a knock on. It's just a knock on, so Whanganui's got a knock on advantage.
That was almost an intercept there.
It was.
Well, I've got my Wairarapa Bush jacket on with Hayden Cooper for an intercept if as a scoring play, but Wairarapa Bush have to win. He almost picked one off then.
Well, he nearly got a Pesco. First 5 minutes of the match.
Wow.
Wairarapa Bush, guys, are clearly targeting Serawalu. They know he's an absolute danger man, the 114 kilo second 5.
Inia Cartier was all over him, and also the Fossil.
So they're going to have to, like we said, they're going to have to carry that on all day, though. This Whanganui side's looking dangerous. As Horrocks here. Good scrum there from Whanganui first up. As Horrocks, another good attacking opportunity. There's only one on the blind side here, just the left winger. Bogileka comes out here. This will be Doug Horrocks at the back. Lindsay Horrocks, the halfback. He's in there and he picks up. Out to Whale at first 5, who slips over. Inia Cartier pouring through with pressure. And BJ Campbell looking in there, but he couldn't get his hands on it. Whanganui managed to. And there's the big Salu, the big tight head prop. Oh, it's another bump off. That's his second bump off of the day. But the referee said it will play on there. And it's Horrocks. Horrocks with a little chip and chase. Bogileka looking to come through. It's gone back. No, penalty.
He's got him for a shoulder charge there. That's pretty rough.
Was that on young Stan Wright? That was a little bit tough.
Clear tactic, Boda. A couple of little chips over the top there from Lindsay early doors. But the Bush boys scrambled well.
Good defence, yep.
Yeah, going for the corner again. So sustained pressure here from Steel Form Whanganui.
Well, it's been Whanganui all 6 minutes with the ball, really.
Certainly has. Is Tofa. He's had a couple of good runs already. His Alasana Tofa. He's got a couple of big targets there. Finds my right in the midfield there, and I think that's Hay Horton. And it comes down to the blind side, and they've done a little switch. Whanganui here, only 3 metres out from the line. Whanganui picking and going. There was no latcher on that one. They went straight to ground. Penalty. Not releasing, or not rolling away. He wants them to keep it up, and there's Whale. Whale takes it quickly. Whale goes himself. But that's good defence from Wairarapa Bush. They're only 1 metre out now. Whanganui Horrocks out to the big loose head prop there. And that's Hadley Hay Horton. Gets close. Horrocks in there, and that's Doug Horrocks. That's the other brother who's back in the Whanganui this year. Gets his blazer last week. It comes blindside.
Oh, what a ball!
Try time. Samu Kubavanua, the blindside flanker from Whanganui. He's been dangerous. That's his 4th run. Outstanding play from Whanganui. That was just from Whanganui. That was a concerted effort. They've stayed down here, as Persico said, for 7.5 minutes now. And they've just been very patient, waiting. They've opened up a gap. Lindsay Horrocks comes out, gives an beautiful inside ball there to Samu Kubanavanua. And that's a beautiful start there from Steel Form Whanganui. Childsy?
Yeah, impressed with the inside back so far for Steel Form. And it looked like the 9 and 10. Dame Whale caught up with him last night for a couple of games of pool. Let's just say his rugby's far better than his pool playing at this stage.
As Whale comes in with the conversion.
His kicking's on par with his pool.
Oh, that's a bit tough. as Whale pushes that one to the left of the posts. So Whanganui go ahead 5 points to 0 after 8.5 minutes play.
But he was a great guy. He had heaps of chat, heaps of banter with us there at Copthorne last night, Boda. And stock agent for Silver Fern Farms. And he doesn't rate Brian Brains Grant at all as a stock agent, our local Silver Fern representative. So hope you're listening, Brains.
As Taylor there kicks off, and there he is again, the try scorer. He's having a great start. Kuba de Vanua, and it comes out there. There's Salu, the big tight head.
Good hit from VAR.
VAR in there with a good hit. He likes getting his hands on the ball, the big tight head. And there's Horrocks, comes back to Whale, puts up the big Gary Owen in the middle of the field. But Dre Taylor back there takes it, the 54-game Hurricane, and he beats 1, beats 2. And he gets Wairarapa Bush into the front foot. They've finally been into Whanganui's play. And
All
there's
right, they got the ball.
Out to Campbell. Campbell out to Vaka. Vaka with the little chip and chase. But it looks like Whanganui has sewed that one up there. Unfortunately for Wairarapa Bush, Tanoa goes down on it nicely. And it comes out there. And there's the danger man. Watch for him today.
Vaka's injured.
Oh, Seti Vaka's injured. Looks like the knee that he's got heavily bandaged. And that's a nice there. It's Hadley Hay Horton, the big loose head prop, crashes it up 4 or 5 metres over the advantage line. And Whale running onto the ball beautifully, but Bracewell looks like he's getting back onto. Oh no, Ania Cartier gets back. And that's he's ruled penalty again. So that's 4 penalties at the moment against Wairarapa Bush. And that's a sign of just the position, eh, boys?
Yeah, well, look, the first time Wairarapa Bush got that ball, we did kick it away. So, and then Whanganui got the ball and did a little grubber too. So there's quite a lot of variance in the kicking game so far for the two sides.
So Seri Waka didn't look very good. Now Tippy's going to warm up. What's going to happen here, Charlesy? Tippy into 10 and Dre back to fullback?
Yeah, that's what will happen. Dre actually was at the back there to catch that high ball, which was interesting.
It was interesting because you challenged Whale last night and pulled it to a midfield bomb, didn't you?
I challenged him to do the midfield bomb. The actual midfield defensive bomb.
Good line out here from Whanganui. They're about 20, 30 metres out from the line, and that comes to the front of the line out there. And there's Horrocks. Horrocks takes the gap through the middle. Horrocks beats 1. Horrocks beats 2. Wairarapa Bush need to get him down, and he pops off the ball, and that's a good front foot ball from Whanganui. It needs to be quick. Horrocks in there, and he's got players galore. And it comes out there to Hughes, the open side flank. I haven't seen much of Jamie Hughes yet. He's a workaholic, the Jamie Hughes, I hear from. Plays out of the Ruapehu club, and it comes out to Doug Horrocks. Doug Horrocks there. It's a nice tackle there from Vai, the hooker. And there he is again, Hughes. That's his second hit up in this set. He's starting to get into his work, the open side flanker. And there it comes out to the big blind side flanker. He pops a little ball to Hadley Hay Horton. Hadley beats 1. And he pops it out there. And it comes out, and that could be the blindside flanker, Kupana Vanua again. But Wairarapa Bush with a great counter ruck there, looking to pull through, and they've got it.
Good work for it.
Great counter ruck there, and there's Hayden Cooper in there hunting for the ball on debut. Young Hayden Cooper out of the Maris club, and that comes back to Dre Taylor. Dre Taylor looking for some territory. But it's Malanathangi back here, the fullback for Whanganui, takes it nicely, and it's to Seri Waka. And then it comes back here to the left.
Oh, crowd calling forward.
Left winger, Bogie Lek. Oh,
he's called it.
The crowd got the
good work, crowd.
They're into it. So Wairarapa Bush are going to get their second set of possession inside Whanganui's half after 11 and a half minutes play. So Wairarapa Bush, boys, they just need to hold on to some possession here.
Really good attacking opportunity here for Wairarapa Bush. Let's see what they got.
So Dre Taylor will be instrumental in their play here. He's obviously, as everyone knows, he played 54 games for the Hurricanes and he's a Māori All Black.
I'd like to see Hayden Cooper come in here as well.
Hayden Cooper on debut out of the Maris club, like I mentioned earlier. It's great for the young fella. He's just 20 years old. As Bracewell, that's a good scrum from Whanganui. And that's Bracewell. He finds Hayden Cooper. Hayden Cooper is getting his hands on the ball for the second time in the game. Advantage here to Wairarapa Bush. So we've got some position and some advantage. And that comes out there to Tamilau. Tamilau comes out there to the left winger Volibrit. Volibrit gets pushed up, but he'll come back for no advantage there. He'll come back for the penalty. And the penalty is going to be about 40 metres out from the Wairarapa Bush line. And it's going to be 15 metres out from the sideline. So will they take the shot at goal, boys, or are they going to go for the corner here?
Yeah, weighing up the options.
Eschenbach. He's taking his time. Gammy's having a look.
You see Andre Taylor.
Points to the posts. Smart play from Wairarapa Bush. Wairarapa Bush have been under huge pressure. We've only been down here twice in 13 minutes.
Yeah, Boda, Whanganui with all the possession, so to slow the game down at this stage is a good move. in my view, and Andre Taylor hasn't had a lot of rugby, so he'll be a bit gassed, especially on the turf. So let's just hope that second and third wind kicks in as this game goes on. He's huffing and puffing at the moment.
Whanganui have got some good size lads. Can you see that from down there? Like number 4 there in front of you, Peter Travis Hay-Horton. He looks like a decent size human being.
Yeah, he's a big unit. Just actually look in the distance, Eastwood Motor sign, Rory the Stag standing there majestically watching the kick.
As Dre Taylor comes in, hits it beautifully from 40 metres out, bang, straight between the uprights. Beautiful kick there from Dre Taylor. As Whanganui ahead 5 points to 3 after 14 minutes play. Actually really, really good from Wairarapa. They've been under huge pressure and they've absorbed it and they've come back and they've managed to get points. It's only the second time they've been down inside Whanganui's half. As Whanganui here, Whale taking the kick off. And that's a nice big high kick off. Wakefield here looking to get underneath it. And he gets it, Wakefield. He's been one of Wairapa's best this year. And it comes down to Inia Cartier at the back. And there's Bracewell at the back, Isaac Bracewell. He's got plenty of time. Bracewell puts up the big high box kick. Hayden Cooper looking to come through. And it's knocked on from Wanganui.
Good pressure
and there's
from Cooper.
Wakefield with the chip and chase. Puts it down inside the Wanganui. Wanganui right on the 22. And there's Toffa. Toffa takes it. But it's a good tackle there from Wairarapa Bush. And there's Setawalu, the big second five. But that's
he's been helped.
Wairarapa Bush really targeting the big fella. He's been so good for Whanganui this year. And it comes out there to Toffa. That's a poor pass. That's a poor pass from Lindsay Horrocks. And he's a very good rugby player. That was really great pressure from Wairarapa Bush, boys.
Yep, brilliant stuff here. And again, another good attacking opportunity. Hayden Cooper really putting pressure on. I would have liked to see Wakefield hold on to that ball rather than kick it through. But anyway, they've got the ball back on the 22.
Wairarapa Bush are just really, really up for this at the moment. 15 minutes gone, and they're just not giving Whanganui an inch. Really, really enjoying the passion here from Trust House, or the Wairarapa Bush.
And then if we get that southerly, if that can just pick up in about 25 minutes' time, we could be okay.
Sorry, it's Copthorne, Wairarapa Bush, and that's a better scrum there. They managed to hold that one up. Comes out to second five, Eschenbach. Eschenbach takes it into the setup. And it's good, quick ball. And there goes Bracewell. Bracewell taking a quick. Oh, Jared Hawkins, but he's knocked it on, unfortunately. So now Whanganui, we really needed that. So Whanganui clear it out to Whale. Whale gets a lovely big connection. And that's going to go out. Oh, it's going to be, but that's all right. Wairarapa Bush have got back. That's gone back about 60 metres. So Wairarapa Bush are going to have to bring it back. And here's Asedi Haka coming back. Asedi puts in a nice big bomb. And he's got a good chase. He's got his eyes for the ball. Oh, and he takes it. That's fine. That's play on. Oh, I'm not sure what the ref saw then. He must have ruled it was high.
What is that?
Yeah, he did. He must have just, one of those new rules that you can't even get anywhere near the chest these days. Let's have a look here on the replay.
The new rule, you're not allowed to tackle the Whanganui fullback.
Let's have a look as it comes down. Yeah, it's 50-50 these days, so. But there definitely wasn't much in it. Just disappointed we didn't hold on to that. Boys, the position.
As Tony Grigg would say, that was a bit harsh.
Yeah, but it's more about that position, guys. I know that the decision was a bit harsh, but, we had our first opportunity. We started to get some quick ball and we knock it on down there,
Yeah, just Isaac there made a good little dab. I liked it when he did that. But, tried to pop it up to keep the ball alive, knock on. Yeah, a few times, Asedi grubbering it through, Logan kicking it. Yeah, I can sort of see why you would try and play territory, but let's try and hold the ball. We're looking good on defence. So I think Copthorne Wairarapa Bush, if they can just get some more possession and even up that possession stakes, could perhaps start to tire out some of these bigger fellas from Steel Form Whanganui.
As Toffa, he's got the line out there. And it comes back and it's going to go to Doug Horrocks at the back of the line out. Pops it down to Lindsay Horrocks. To Setawalu. Setawalu finds Whale. Wales, and that's Vakarodongo. Oh, that's a nice tackle from Tummy Lau. He's a tough man to keep under control, that fella. And these are Lindsay Horrocks in there digging. And the referee says play on. Horrocks comes out there to Hughes. Hughes out to Lane. Lane takes a nice hit up there. It's a good little offload there from Whanganui, keeping the ball moving. Comes out there to Whale. Whale, it's nice defence from Wairarapa Bush. 2 in the tackle, looking to do a counter ruck, but good setup. Horrocks in there digging again, and that's Hughes again. He's really starting to get involved. The man from Ruapehu. And that's a nice ball there in the midfield to the big tight head prop Salu. Horrocks going quickly. And it comes out there to number 8 Horrocks. Horrocks out to Tanoa. Tanoa takes it in there. Inside the 22 now, Whanganui. This is a good setup here. There's about 8 phases. And it's Whanganui just keeping looking. They hold on to this ball as Tofa. They hold on to this ball so well, Whanganui. Wairarapa Bush need to put some pressure at the breakdown here. And that's Big Salu, the big tight head prop. And it comes out to Hadley Horton, the loose head prop from Whanganui. Takes it up another metre. As Wairarapa Bush looking to put some pressure on at the breakdown. And there's Horrocks, and there's a Whale. Whale comes here to Vakarodongo. Vakarodongo goes on the inside. And then it's Malanathangi. Malanathangi takes it through into the setup. And Whanganui just getting through the... Doug Horrocks there. He's a workaholic, is Doug Horrocks. I'm really impressed with his play so far. And they're getting up to 8-9 phases now, and it comes out to Hughes. Intercept by Dre Taylor. Dr. Dre.
Go, Dre.
Go, Dre. All the way.
Go.
He's got... It's
Dre Taylor. He's in.
Dre Taylor. Dre Taylor. Try time on Dre Taylor. 80-metre intercept. Yee-hee-hee. Oh, first game since round 1.
Oh, he would have been feeling the burn too at that 22.
He's still got the pace. I don't want to say old fella because he's probably 35, but he showed good toe there. Look at Dre Taylor, read the play beautifully there on the replay.
Wairarapa Bush, 8-5, make it 10 shortly.
Oh, outstanding play. Wairarapa Bush, and I have to put that down to the defence. I mean, Dre Taylor, all credit, my man, that's brilliant, but gosh, Wairarapa Bush are defending well because that Whanganui midfield is lethal and they're just giving them nothing, Childsy.
Yeah, I'm super impressed with the loose forwards on defence for Wairarapa Bush. Inia Katia cleaning up a lot of work just in behind the advantage line. And Jared Hawkins, BJ Campbell doing their job. So, yeah, and as you said, Boda, before, a lot of press coming in from probably 3-4 defenders out too, pinging out of the line. So trying to put pressure on Steel Form Whanganui. So set up for a fantastic match, 10-5.
So the score now, Wairarapa Bush 10, Steel Form Whanganui 5 after 20 minutes play. I have to say the form book didn't read this at all. So go Wairarapa Bush. They've really turned up. You saw it in the Haka and they've carried it on. As Whale, as the kickoff down to young Hayden Cooper. Hayden Cooper crashes it back in there. He runs hard, young Hayden Cooper. And there's Bracewell in there out to Inia Katia from Carterton.
Now, that was high as well then.
Yep. I have to agree there, Persico. If you're going to call one, you've got to call them all. As Bracewell does the box kick. Cooper coming through there, and there's Melanathanga. Cooper takes it. That's a play on.
It's a knock on.
Oh, he's ruled Cooper knocked it on. It's a tough call, but it is what it is. Lindsay Horrocks in there, and it comes out to Tufa, the hooker. He's always looking for opportunity. It's Alessandra Tufa. And it comes out there to Whale. Whale comes out to Horrocks. Horrocks with the wide ball to Tanoa. And it comes out there to Melanathangi. No, it's not the fullback. Sorry, I couldn't quite see who it was over there. And he picks and goes, and it could be Tanoa again, the right winger. Apolossi Tanoa. It's a turnover.
Counter-attack.
And here comes Dre Taylor again. Dre Taylor sees a bit of space, puts it down the midfield.
Sliced it.
Melanathangi takes it in the midfield. Melanathangi's, they're going to have to tie him up. It's a nice tackle there from Dre Taylor. Over the top, Jared Hawkins putting pressure at the breakdown.
Wairarapa Bush tackling everything that's going at them.
Lindsay Horrocks looking to go deep, but Aseti Voka had that read nicely. And Aseti, did he knock it on? Aseti's back on his feet. It's hard. I'm not sure. I think Aseti knocked that on. Yeah. Aseti, unfortunately, he read that really well, but then knocked it on. He didn't do the easy bit well.
Bit greasy there, Boda. I see a couple of players slipping over. Turf's a little bit wet.
Hey, it's got some really good news here. The women's Heartland side have had a victory, 12-5 over Thames Valley.
Oh, that's an outstanding victory for the ladies. Congratulations to the ladies. Scott Collins, Brent Gear, absolutely awesome. So
congratulations, ladies and guys, Brent Gear and co. That's a great result.
BG's usually sitting next to me in the commentary box, but he's up in the rugby today with the ladies team.
Hey, we've got the Pirinoa Express right behind us here.
Brad Stafford. And his brother Tyne is on the bench today. This is a good scrum here from Whanganui. Oh, no, good push there. Tupou gets a good push on the tight head there. And it comes back. Oh, he's knocked it on. Dre Taylor takes another. Dre Taylor, can he offload this? Oh, that was a nice shot. And he's got the penalty. He's got the penalty. This is good relieving from Wairarapa Bush. Whale was in there putting in a big hit. The referee's called him out and said, high tackle. There you go, Persico.
There you go, finally. Still owes us one, though.
As Dre Taylor down there on his knee, just getting his breath back, Childs, he said he hasn't played for 6 weeks. He'll be The lungs will be burning.
Look, I think Wairarapa Bush have to do this, though. They've got to slow this game down. Take as much time as they can while they're up on the clock.
I completely agree. Oh, he's missed touch, though, and it's gone back. And there's Tanoa. Tanoa, the right wing. Oh, that's a good hit there from Tapo. Nice shot. Lindsay Horrocks there looking for space, and he finds space, but Bracewell and Seti Vaka are back. Isaac Bracewell there. Is it going to go over the goal line? It's gone over the goal line, so he's got the opportunity to push it down for the dropout. And he does. Gives his forwards time to get back, and he's got a minute now. So they've got plenty of time. Wairarapa Bush. Wairarapa Bush, 10-5 up after 23 and a half minutes play.
Yeah, I'll be sending one of my tight forwards down if I was Dre Taylor to fake an injury here, and he is, after that 80-metre run, with not a lot of rugby under his belt, he is blowing.
It's the last 2 kicks from the boot have been sliced.
The lungs are burning. And that's a nice 40-metre drop out there. And that's Tanoa, the right winger for Steel Form Whanganui, and he crashes it back. And it comes there to Tofa again, Alasana Tofa. He's had a great start to the game, the Whanganui hooker. And that's a good pick and go there. Whanganui they haven't got a latch player on the pick and go. They choose to get a guy blowing instead of having a latcher. So it's an interesting play from Steel Form Whanganui, obviously looking for more speed at the breakdown. And that's Tofa again. Comes in. Wairarapa Bush there. Oh, he's on that ball. Wairarapa Bush got the turnover. I just mentioned it. They're not putting
Great
a latcher
work.
on. And that's what can be created when you don't put a latcher on that player, right? Because it allows Wairarapa Bush a second to get their hands in there. I think that might have been Jared Hawkins, the Martinborough veteran. As Dre Taylor looks to clear and finds touch 40 metres out. And it comes
Quick
to
throw.
Melanathangi. Melanathangi comes to Whale.
Oh, it's like a pull shot of his.
Boggy Leka. The referee said play on. And here he goes. There's a Vakarodongo, but he's knocked it on, Vakarodongo. And there's
Katia with a kick.
And he's put it back. This is it. Here we go, Wairarapa Bush.
Get up, Bush.
Whale back there. Whale's got time. And he's not the type of guy who looks pressured to me. And he puts it down there deep.
Yeah, Danger Whale, they call him.
Danger Whale. And that comes back to Dre Taylor. Dre Taylor looking for space. And
Dre's found the dirt.
He has found, the turf. Absolutely, Persico. And there's Setawalu.
Big fella doesn't like kicking.
He's a big man. And that comes back to Danger Whale, who puts it down there. And that's, here we go. Wairarapa Bush looking to bring this back. And there's Eschenbach, I think. Eschenbach looks like
boom, Harry.
Second 5. And that's a good clean out there from Wairarapa Bush. And that's, he's off his feet there. This could be a penalty to Wairarapa Bush. No, that's Big Stan Wright Jr. carries it on with a crashing run for Wairarapa Bush. Isaac Bracewell in there, and it comes to Harry Eschenbach, who had the big 30-metre back carry back into play. And he's getting involved, Harry Eschenbach, out of the Gladstone club. And there's Tupou Leomanu. Tupou the Terminator loves being involved, loves the carry.
Dre on the run.
Dre Taylor comes on the inside.
That's high.
That was a big high tackle advantage there. Isaac Bracewell looks to take the gap, but he could take the opportunity. It's a penalty. Penalty to Wairarapa Bush. I wouldn't mind betting they'll take the points here.
Take the points and take as much time as you can, Dre.
Smart play here from Wairarapa Bush. Harry Eschenbach, boys.
Boom, boom, Harry, they call him.
Boom, boom, Harry. Brought it back from 35 metres.
Yeah, Boat, I'll just mention Harry Eschenbach, very solid on defence so far in this game, plus obviously those 2 runs there. One thing I have noticed with the starting forward pack for Copthorne, Wairarapa Bush, nothing against the Buamaiwai brothers, but the work rate of BJ Campbell, Jared Hawkins, and Iakatia as a loose forward trio. And of course you've got Wakefield and Gammy in at lock there. They're 5 workaholics, and it's really noticeable around the breakdown and around the edges on defence for Wairarapa Bush. So yeah, look, great start to the match for them. And from Whanganui's point of view, just a few errors, they've coughed up pill and turned it over, but you know they look a dangerous side if they can get that continuity in their game.
Trey just spent 30 seconds while he was placing that ball just looking straight down, doing nothing.
Can also say great analysis there, Childsy. I'm going to call it the back 5 of the forward pack there. I completely agree. It's been great work rate. As Dre Taylor there puts Wairarapa Bush 8 points in front. So Wairarapa Bush lead 13 points to 5 after 27 and a half minutes. There wouldn't have been many people at home picking that. I looked at this, the Hub Legal picked the score today, boys, and there was a lot of people saying Wairarapa Bush will go.
and saying sorry, but we're going to choose Whanganui, so it was very polite of them. But me and Childsy didn't. We picked Wairarapa Bush.
So Wairarapa Bush have really turned up here early doors, and that's a knock on there. as Inia Katia looks to go back. Inia Katia, he's always willing runner, is Inia. Inia beats one. Oh, that's a high tackle. That'll be another advantage.
Now they just got a warning before on the referee just warned the Whanganui side just at that last penalty.
Dre Taylor, and that's Hayden Cooper crashing through. There's still advantage here for Wairarapa Bush as it comes to Bracewell. Bracewell out to Logan Wakefield. Logan Wakefield, who's been one of Wairarapa Bush's best this year, comes out to Bracewell. Bracewell out to Tamilau. Tamilau to Katia. Katia looks to take the gap. Katia always runs hard out of Carterton. And there's Isaac Bracewell. Isaac Bracewell to Tamilau. Tamilau takes it to the line. Good clean out there from Aseri Vaka. And that comes out there to big Stan Wright Jr., who carries it forward 3-4 metres. The big man out of the Marist Club.
Spin it.
Comes out to Tapo the Terminator, crashing into the midfield there for Wairarapa Bush. Jamie Hughes looking to hold it up, but he gets it to the ground. Dre Taylor takes it in, but that's a bit of an average kick there that time from Dre. And then it's a nice from, and there's Malanathangi from Whanganui bringing it back. Good tangle from BJ Campbell, the two Ikarahuna boys there linking up to make the tackle, BJ Campbell and Sam Gammy. And that comes back there to Aseri Vaka, back at fullback. He's got plenty of time, has Aseri. Aseri looks to come back.
Oh, they missed out there, Whanganui. There was about 4-on-2 on the right.
As Aseri beats two players, takes it back up to halfway. Wairarapa Bush in there with the clean out. Comes to Bracewell, out to Gammy at first receiver, out to Harry Eschenbach. Eschenbach takes on Setawalu. Good tackle from Setawalu. And there's the big blindside flanker. He's had an outstanding start to the game.
Love turn that over, Whanganui.
Yeah, it's the same guy again, Samu Kabuna Vanua. He's been outstanding. Oh, that's a great
hit from Gammy.
Shot from Gammy on Peter Travis Hay Horton. Sam Gammy with the big hits.
Another big one.
Oh, that was Stan Wright Jr. Horrocks there finds Whale. Whale takes the inside gap. But there's Stanley Wright Jr. again. He's having a great start to the game, the big fella, the young fella from Marist. But Wairarapa Bush not rolling away. Unfortunately, they gave away the penalty. But
Bodo players are pretty much out on their feet at the moment. The game being played at a frenetic pace.
This is good from Bush, though. They're getting into it.
Yeah, look, I really agree. Persico and Childsy. I really agree, guys. Wairarapa Bush are saying, you know what? This is always going to be a tough game. They're going to bring it to the Whanganui and, let's go. It's been a great spectacle.
And a big shout out to Stacey Pooty. She just brought me and Childsy an umbrella each.
Yep. Nice, Stacey.
Poo Day.
I think it's Putty, but fair enough. We'll go with that. As Whanganui here, we just can't afford to give away those easy piggybacks. When I mean piggybacks, everyone at home, it's just those easy penalties that piggyback the opposition down the field. You just can't afford to do that. As Tofa, he's got a couple of big units in the line out, and they've got Doug Horrocks at the back who can also jump. And there's Lane. Lovely line out there from Whanganui. And it comes out there, and that's Hughes, the halfback, out to Setawalu, the big second 5'8". Nice. Inia Katia in there contesting the breakdown. And he doesn't get the turnover. No, Whanganui managed to hold on to possession here. They're right on the 22. And there's Doug Horrocks, back in New Zealand this year, playing his 16th game for Steel Form, Whanganui. Comes out there to Whale. Whale takes it in. Danger Whale. Takes it in there, and he's on the 22. It's a big clean out there. Wow. Big clean out there from Whanganui. Wairarapa Bush's defence, they just keep getting up. They're giving Whanganui absolutely no space whatsoever. And it comes out there's a big blindside flanker again.
Oh.
That's a knock on, though. It wasn't deliberate.
Yeah, Hayden Cooper jamming in there, where if he looked at that again, he might have stayed on his man. The good thing I like about the defence from the Bush is they're getting up off the ground really quickly, Boda, I've noticed. They make a tackle, they're up. Back into position. So, good signs.
It is really noticeable, Childsy. That's why I said about your analysis earlier. So that back five of the locks and the loosies, which I'm calling the back five, is their work rate has been huge, and they are, and they're pushing each other to get up. You can see the Wairarapa Bush boys telling each other, get up, get up.
Big attacking chance here for Whanganui.
About 26 metres out, and from the left side of the field, it's about 15 metres in. So it is a really good attacking opportunity here. But that's a good scrum there from Tapo. Comes to Horrocks, out to Whale. Whale cuts it out. Vakarodongo, who pops a little ball to Malanathangi, but it was forward. It was forward. Whew. Wairarapa Bush leading 13 points to 5 after 32 and a half minutes play. That pressure's really coming in that midfield. They've obviously seen the footage that we've all seen on Main Freight Rugby, where this midfield for Steel Form Whanganui have been carving up the competition. For instance, the centre, Alakasio Vakarodongo, he scored 8 tries this year, and Tomosi Setawalu, the big second 114k second 5, he's been setting up a lot of their play, and Wairarapa Bush are giving them nothing. I mean, Harry Eschenbach, the second 5 for Wairarapa Bush, is probably giving up, 15 kilos. But wow, he's definitely in the fight. As Harry Eschenbach. Childsy, thoughts?
Super start to the match for Harry. He is certainly getting up in the face of the Whanganui midfield. But, Cobthorne, Wairarapa Bush, Boda are going to have to do that for 80 minutes. There is so much strike out there in the Whanganui backline. One little slip in concentration and it'll be all over. You can see that. It's going to be apparent. But, the pressure is told so far. They've been forcing errors out of the Whanganui attack.
Really enjoying the game. I mean, the Hub Legal prediction, their prediction, including everyone else's, said that Whanganui were going to put a lot of points on Wairarapa Bush today, and they just haven't given Whanganui anything. So it's been a great start. 33 minutes gone. Whanganui have had a lot of position, a lot of territory. They're a very, very good-looking side. They are placed third in the Heartland Championship, in a good position for a semi-final in Lahore. And that's a great scrum there from Hadley Hay-Horton. Puts a huge pressure on Stanley Wright Jr. and he gets the penalty. Hadley Hay-Horton's been active. That was a great scrum. What's Whanganui going to do? They have, so that's real respect for Wairarapa Bush. Whanganui, who their first 3 or 4 penalties in this game, they went to the line out and they've decided, you know what, respect. They're going to build some points and get back into this game. That was a great scrum from Hadley Hay-Horton there, Childsy.
Yeah, like the cut of him, all right, Boda. You're probably more qualified to comment on that side of the game than I am, but yeah, he had the wood on stand there. But look, as you know, scrums are a funny beast, aren't they? One team can have a dominant scrum, and then the next scrum, the opposition comes back. For sure. And the other loose head, Conrad Newland, he'll come on in the second half. He's actually started the last 3 weeks. He's a very handy player as well as Conrad, so Whanganui well served there. As Whale comes in right in front on the 22 and straight between the uprights. And that takes the score to 13 points to 8 to Copthorne Wairarapa Bush after 35 minutes gone. Wairarapa Bush here. They are definitely geeing each other up. They're definitely into this fight, but just really impressed with Whanganui. They look very composed, is what I'll say. Wairarapa Bush have put a lot of heat on them, and they haven't given them anything, but they're not looking flustered at all. As Dre Taylor kicks off, puts it down there, and there's that awesome blindside flanker. He's had a cracker, Kubana Vanua from Whanganui, and that comes out Tofa at first receiver. No, that's Salu, the big tight head prop who crashes, and he loves getting.
He's knocked that on.
But he's knocked it on once again.
That was Eschenbach again. Eschenbach going in there.
Eschenbach, he's turned up today.
Boom, Harry. Now Wairarapa Bush here. Points before half time will be crucial.
For sure, Persico. And it's great seeing all the comments on Facebook. We've had one from Sydney, one from Brisbane, and a few out of Whanganui. So please keep sending those comments in. We love seeing them. Here's a great scrum here from...
Now the absolutely count's really low today, Boda.
Yeah, that's because you've been giving me so much jip about it. I thought I better bring in some more words, guys. The thesaurus came out during the week.
The dinosaur came out.
I thought I'd better get the thesaurus out.
The big scrum from Whanganui.
Yeah, Hadley Hay-Horton really is starting to do a lot of damage on Stan Wright. That's his second penalty in a row.
We might see Bushy at half time.
Yeah, it might have to go. He's putting on a lot of pressure. Really impressed with Hadley.
Key scrum penalty there.
Hey, Childsy, I know this is a little bit off the point, but I also love how Hadley spelt Hadlee, like a...
as in paddles.
As in paddles. The famous New Zealand cricketer.
He's mistouch.
As Cooper there takes it inside the 22, that's a big miss there for Whanganui. They didn't need that. As Dre Taylor, bang, returns it with interest, and that's going to go out on about the halfway line. Oh, and there's the big blindside flanker again who does the quick throw out to Whale. Out to Malanathangi. Malanathangi looks to go in the midfield. Oh, Inia Cartier with a beautiful, takes his legs out low. It's a great chop tackle. And then it comes to Horrocks. Horrocks comes out there to Tanoa. Tanoa's got a sideline, but another really good. Look at the defence pouring across from Wairarapa Boys. Very connected today. And this comes out there to Hughes, the open side flanker, and that's the big...
good hit.
It was a great hit on the big blindside flanker, who's had a great start to the game, Kuba Vanua. And then it comes out there, and that could be a knock-on. No, Tanoa's held onto it there, and it pops back in. And And there's Doug Horrocks, always keen for work, Doug Horrocks. And it comes out there, he is again the blindside flanker, Kubana Vanua. And it comes in there, there's Salu, the big tight head prop, and he loves carrying, beats one. But it's got to knocked it on. Oh no, he's ruled the Wairarapa Bush, knocked it on. So it's going to be a scrum. And Whanganui here, the way that Hadley Hay Horton has started to dominate the Wairarapa Bush scrum, will dominate Stanley Wright Jr. So the blindside, the flanker just needs to get on young Stan Wright, and the hooker just needs to get tight, and they just need to hold this scrum, because if I was the Whanganui prop right now, I'd be saying, right boys, I'm going to milk the penalty for the team.
Okay, here's some score updates. Now, East Coast versus King Country. This game started at 2:05. East Coast up Ngāti Porou 17-6. Another game that started at 2:05 was South Canterbury versus Mid Canterbury, and it's South Canterbury 26, Mid Canterbury 25 at the moment. What else we got? Poverty Bay up over Horowhenua Kapiti 15-10. Let's go back to the game here, Butter.
There's a much better scrum there from Stanley Wright Jr. Everyone got tight on him. It's really good. Whakarodongo goes out to Seora Balu, and it comes out to Bokilega. Oh, it's forward pass.
Clearly forward from this angle.
Oh, was it clearly forward? Cool. Okay.
The old missed 2-3 there.
Setawalu. And it comes out there to Bogileka. I thought, yeah, okay, it didn't look so clear from up here, but...
Well, we're basically looking down the ground at it, Boda.
Yep, no, fair enough.
no, like down the ground, not across from it.
But hey, look, the referee is he was right there, so...
He owed us that high tackle, so we'll call it even.
Fair enough.
Okay, and also Thames Valley 23 over North Otago in the first half 14, and Copthorne Wairarapa Bush 13-8 over Whanganui.
So let's, it's a big scrum here for Wairarapa Bush with 1 minute to go in the first half. And that Jared Hawkins has really got tight on Stan Wright Jr. there. He's got a bit of support. BJ Campbell picks up from number 8. Lindsay Horrocks has gone a bit high there, but the referee's missed that one. Wairarapa Bush here, just getting some men in the behind. They're looking to counter-ruck there, Whanganui. And it's Sam Gammy with the carry. He's been doing that. That's knocked it on. He's knocked it on.
Oh, crucial.
Ooh, so we've got about, by the time this scrum sets, we'll have about 30 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, maybe one too many phases there. They, perhaps looking back, might have cleared from that. That good pick up from BJ Campbell, though. That scrum under a huge amount of pressure. Super impressed with his first 40 minutes, and Inia Cartier.
Isaac Bracewell makes good decisions too, and you're right, Childsy. I know they were trying to create a better angle for the kicker to clear, but Bracewell's got a really nice box kick, so they could have gone there, you know. As Whanganui here, they're about 24 metres out from the line. It's a nice scrum from Whanganui. And Horrocks, and they're looking to put some heat on, and there we go, they've milked the advantage again. Referee's going to get frustrated here. It's a third penalty against young Stanley Wright Jr., who's getting worked over here from Hadley Hay Horton.
Yeah, but Boda Bush got the shunt on in the end there, so what do you get them for? Coming up?
Yep. So, I mean, what pitch is the refs seeing at the moment? Is he seeing a Whanganui dominant scrum?
Big decision here. They're going for touch.
And it's the 40-minute. It is a big decision because the 40-minute mark is over. So it's we're into referee's time.
Well, they'll be throwing Logan Wakefield up here. Bush, maybe to try and steal this one, Boda, do you think? Or will they go for, just to try and block the drive?
I think they will. Yep. They've been pretty. They're looking pretty good to me, Whanganui up front so far. Toffa hasn't missed his target yet. There he goes again. Finds the big blindside flanker, Kubana Vanua at the front, and there's Toffa at the back. Alasana Toffa, and there's that great drive, and this is going to be hard to stop. It's not going to be stopped. Try time. Unfortunately, Wairarapa. It was Toffa, the hooker. Alasana Toffa. Great try there from Toffa, the Whanganui hooker.
Okay, boys, that's me. I'm going to dart off and get the Domino's pizza, and I'll be back shortly.
Nice. Persico's gone to get the Domino's pizza for the half-time.
You have to plural that, Boda.
I don't like this because this
is
Pizzas. So that knock-on has really counted, unfortunately, against Wairarapa Bush. And just a huge ups here for Whanganui. They could have just taken the shot at goal, but they backed their line out. And that's what I've been saying during this half. Even though Wairarapa Bush have been putting in some great defence, the Whanganui side have looked really composed, and they just don't look like they're big stressors. They know their game, and they know what they've come here to do, Childsy.
Yeah, a lot of calmness out there, especially amongst the inside backs. Lindsay Horrocks and Dame Whale. Had a chat to them before the game. Pretty cool, calm, collected fellas, all right.
As Whale comes in, it looks like it's a better kick. And he puts it over. So that's a great finish to the half from Steel Form Whanganui as they take the lead at half time, 15 points to 13. But just in a quick summary of that first half, really, really good half from both sides. I thought that Whanganui have had clear dominance in territory and possession. Wairarapa Bush have showed a huge amount of heart in their defence by getting up into the midfield. Whanganui actually a deserved lead, in my opinion, 15 points to 13, but a really, really close game, Childsy.
Yes, it is, and both teams super competitive. But, Bodie, you have to count me out for now. We're going to do a presentation down on the sideline.
Good as gold, good as gold. So, in summary, once again, so just finished with the score. So, it's 15 points to 13 to Steel Form Whanganui over Copthorne Wairarapa Bush at half-time. And we'll be signing off now, and we will be back on the air in about 9 minutes' time.
Just down the sideline here, ladies and gentlemen, we have our Wairarapa Bush under-20s side who took out the Hurricanes Provincial Championship this season. So we're just presenting them with their winners' medals. So I'll just pass it over for the names to be read out to you. Huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our Wairarapa Bush under-20 side.
There's not changed from how you said that. The chair's looking clunky, so... Okay.
Welcome back to Trust House Memorial Park for the second half. I just thought I'd come back slightly earlier. Just got off the phone from a very, very excited Brent Gear, one of the co-coaches of the Wairarapa Women's Heartland team. So Wairarapa was leading 7-0 half time. Thames Valley then come back and they were leading 12-7 with about 2.5 minutes to go on the clock when Lisa Whanganui, the first 5'8" and one of the leaders of the Wairarapa side, scored a brilliant try. So it was 7. So that made it 12-7. So it was 7-all until that time. So absolutely great from the Wairarapa Heartland women. Outstanding finish, third this season. They've done so much work. We've got a Wahine Toa side now that plays locally. It plays in the Manawatu competition. And we've combined them with some of the Bush girls. And it's an outstanding effort from those ladies. And they should be really, really proud of what they've achieved. Lisa had another really, really good game. Kate Donald, who was 50-50, she was also outstanding again. She was top of the points, the MVP points, her and the great Carly from King Country. So it'll be interesting to see if Kate got points today, along with Paige, who was outstanding for the ladies as well. So really, really huge. I'm just really, really proud of the effort and the time that's been put in from Wairarapa Bush and Brent Gear, Scott Collins, and those ladies who keep turning up. You know, they had 4 really, really big injuries today with Undermeek, who's one of the absolute stalwarts who couldn't play, and they've travelled up to Topo and they've played up there and they've won. So outstanding, really, really proud of them, Childsy.
Yeah, fine performance here, both.
No, I can't hear you there, Childsy. As Steel Form Wairarapa Bush, Steel Form Whanganui come back on the field here. Pretty keen to get back into it.
Steel Form Whanganui, still winning the home side. We've plenty of support in the second half here, ladies and gentlemen, for the locals.
There's a very, very good crowd has built up. Considering the weather report before we play, it was predicted to be 50 mils of rain. Childsy, we've got really lucky so far.
Yeah, my prediction again was incorrect. So still no future as a meteorologist or weather predictor. Boda?
I think you do a pretty good job of selling houses, Childsy, so we can just stick to that, mate. How are those Domino's pizzas?
Yeah, we've got a slight delay, so we're looking about 20 minutes, boys. So we'll be back with Domino's pizzas shortly.
Nice. Hey, Persico, what are your thoughts on the first half?
Pote, I've just run back from the front gate, mate. Let me get my breath.
No, straight into it.
Well, look, I thought Wairarapa Bush tackled their hearts out, and that was really good. And it would have been nice to have that lead going into half time, but they've just got to keep fighting. They're a really good shot. I think they're a really good shot here.
Well, will we have the energy to carry on? Is my question down to both of you.
100%.
Cool. 100%. I absolutely love it. There you go. There's an absolutely for you, Persico.
Boom.
Cool.
Well, it's all about impact off the bench, isn't it, for both sides? So I know the Whanganui bench is reasonably stacked today, Boda.
Dean Gooden is carrying Payno's flag for him. Look at that. Payno's even got his own flag carrier.
Childsy, the bench is certainly stacked from Steel Form Whanganui. As Whale here looks to kick off. He puts it down there, and there's Bracewell takes it. Bracewell takes it nicely to Stanley Wright Jr. Stanley Wright crashes it into the midfield there. Campbell there with the clean out. Comes back to Bracewell. Bracewell back to Dre Taylor. Dre Taylor looks to go deep, and he finds some territory down there. And there's Melanathangi who gets back, takes it back inside the 22, but he took it back, so he's going to have to run this out as Melanathangi. Melanathangi takes on Cooper, and it comes out there. I can't quite see who that is on the far side. Could be Toffa. I'll just have a look shortly. And then we comes out to the midfield. It's a nice crash in the midfield there from Whanganui, getting some good yardage. Out to Horrocks. Horrocks out to Hay Horton. Hay Horton to Hughes. And there's Toffa. And this is some nice play here from Whanganui early. So that was Borgi Leka out there on the left wing. And there's a nice play from Whanganui just getting through there. And Horrocks takes the gap. Lindsay Horrocks.
The dummy.
Lindsay Horrocks beats 3. Oh, that's a great tackle there from Bracewell. There was space in behind.
Bushy's warming up.
Oh, the tight head prop. And there's Whale. Danger Whale takes it back into the setup. Some nice defence there. Good clean out there from Whanganui. And it comes out there to Toffa, the try scorer. And the last try for Whanganui in the first half takes it into contact. Horrocks in there digging. It comes out there to the big tight head prop, and he's had a good game. There's Hay Horton, the big lock forward. And that's Peter Travis Hay Horton takes it into contact. And there's Salu, the big tight head prop who loves carrying. Takes 2 and 3 with him on an 8-metre burst, carrying it into the 22. Horrocks out there to Bogileka. Bogileka takes it there, then takes it close. It's only about 5 metres out from the Wairarapa Bush line now, and it comes out to Whale. Whale finds Horrocks. That's Doug Horrocks in the midfield, and there's an advantage being played to Whanganui. Whanganui's going to get a free shot here, and that's Whale. Whale comes out to Setawalu. Setawalu
the big
looking
boy.
good. He bumps up 1, beats 2, bushes 3. Can they hold him up? Setawalu, they do.
Great tackle, Andre Taylor.
Andre Taylor with the tackle. Melanathangi in there with the clean out, the fullback. And there's the latcher there. This is a better from steel form Whanganui. And there's the big latcher there from Doug Horrocks. That's much smarter play. Try time. And that's the lock forward lane. The number 5, Josh Lane from steel form Whanganui. The difference there is that Doug Horrocks had the latch on Josh Lane, the big number 5. In the first half, what they were doing is they were leaving a gap, which was trying to create momentum. This time, he latched onto him, powered him over the try line. It's really, really nice play from Whanganui. They've come out here in the second half on a mission, boys.
Yeah, great ball retention. Expertly guided around by their inside halves again. Lindsay Horrocks and Dame Whale. Not panicking. Accurate passing. Good carrying. Good breakdown work. You know what? Bush didn't do too much wrong there.
No.
They still got up and went forward and made their tackles, but just that sustained pressure in the end told. I just noticed the Bush backline defence is interesting. That they're playing like a Hurricanes defensive system where the two wingers play what's called high, so they come up into the line, and Andre Taylor is actually popping back as a second fullback.
Well, Bracewell got close to that.
As Whale there puts it over, and that's a great start from steel form Whanganui in the second half, and they take the score out now to 22 points to 13. And here we go. There's the change we predicted. Stanley Wright Jr. was having a really, really tough time with Hadley Hay Horton, who's been absolutely outstanding. So Lewis Bush, who's almost one of the players of the Heartland 2 years ago, he's out there at tight head prop. But Stan Wright has had a very, very good game around the field, but it was just having a real tough time with Hadley. As Dre Taylor kicks off. Oh, and there's Wakefield. Oh, he's outstanding. He's everywhere as Logan Wakefield.
Great kickoff.
He's an outstanding player. And there's VAR. He hasn't had his hands on the ball very much, the import hooker from Manawatu. And it comes out here to Tamilau to Haka, who hits it at pace. And there's a good clean out there from Wairarapa Bush. And it comes back to Dre Taylor, who puts it in the corner. Beautiful. That's a much better start from Wairarapa Bush. All started from the kickoff and a Logan Wakefield pouring through, reminiscent of the great James Goodger there, Childsy.
Yeah, great kick-off receipt there from Logan. Some good ball. Not too sure about the kicking option, though. I'd rather we wear Whanganui out like they just did to us, with the line out. Here we go, they've knocked it on. There we go. What do I know?
Kicking option was a great option from Dre.
And we're only going to be 3 metres out here. This is really, really good stuff. Oh, counter ruck, but it's coming from the side clearly. No, referee said, hang on. He's ruled that Whanganui have knocked it on. We'll just wait for the call here. Sorry, everybody at home. There's a bit of confusion.
Okay, this scrum, Boda. I'm going to leave this one to you, but this is important. Let's see how Bushy goes.
No worries. Bushy will have his man sorted. Don't you worry about that. So the call there was not straight. Basically, it was a knock-on from the line out. So Wairarapa Bush here have got a great scrum opportunity. They're about 10 metres out from the Whanganui line and 15 metres in from the left-hand touch. Let's have a good look at the scrum. Lewis Bush here against Hadley Hay Horton on the far side. Looks like a pretty good set there, pretty good hit. It's a good set from Wairarapa Bush, strong scrum. And that comes out there to Eschenbach to Tamilau. Tamilau crashes into the midfield there. Whanganui have got players at the breakdown. Wairarapa Bush a little bit slow, that ball. Whanganui counter-rucking again. That one was better. That one was right through the middle. But they managed to retain it. Wairarapa Bush. There's Lewis Bush in there looking for the pick. There's got a good latcher in there to Poe, who takes it forward. It's Wairarapa Bush here just looking to get some. They haven't got many numbers. They've got a lot of people close to the ruck. In the Cartier. And he gets on the back there, and it's a little pop pass out to Jared Hawkins. Jared Hawkins comes out here.
He needs support.
Bracewell. It's a knock on there, so it's a knock on advantage. And the Cartier takes it forward, and there's Tapo with a nice clean out. Wairarapa Bush here. Bracewell saying, come in. We just want to take some close to the ruck. We want to do some pick and goes. Bracewell's in there directing.
Oh, here we go.
There's a little bit of biff, a little bit of house.
Oh, that would be the heavyweight title match of the year.
Hadley Hay Horton against Tupo Leomanu.
I'm buying tickets already.
They've had a bit of a word to each other as Whanganui knocked that on. And the referee's just saying, he's calling time off and saying it's sorted out. And here comes a sub for Whanganui. And Tofa, who's been outstanding, I feel, for Steel Form Whanganui. And he's being replaced here. Yeah, Roman Tutaha, who's been starting the last few weeks, and he's on the bench, so it's going to be I'd say that was a clear tactic from Steel Form Whanganui, as that scrum from Wairarapa Bush had strengthened up straight away with the replacement, and they're going to need to continue that, as Whanganui has been very, very strong in the scrum today, as Bracewell looks to feed. That's a much better hit from Wairarapa Bush. It's a nice, clean scrum. Bracewell out to Dre Taylor. Dre Taylor with Tummy Lau on the cut.
Boy.
Huge shot there. But Tummy Lau's tough as is. But he took the contact. And there's another counter ruck coming from Whanganui. They're putting a lie, and they've got that one. Beautiful counter ruck from the Whanganui boys.
Var from nowhere.
Var with a huge shot on Tutaha, the replacement hooker there. He decided that he was going to introduce himself to his opposition hooker.
They got an overlap here.
Comes out there, and there's the centre we've been talking about all day, who gets a lovely pass away there. And next it's a Boggy Lika. No, that's Malanathangi. Malanathangi won't be stopped. Outstanding try. Steel Form. Whanganui bring it out from their own line. Outstanding. Finished off there by Malanathangi for Steel Form Whanganui.
That's really disappointing there, Boda. Wairarapa Bush just not being able to protect their own ball right in front of the sticks.
Yeah, for sure, Persico. It's really disappointing, but Whanganui have come out here in the second half, and they just, like I said in the first half, they looked composed the whole half, and they absorbed, and there was some really nice play. Alakasio of Akirorongo, he made a little breakdown down the right and got a beautiful pass away there to Malanathangi, who had to beat one and then ran 50 metres. They look the goods.
Yeah, they're just Whanganui really attacking the breakdown of Wairarapa Bush. You can see it's a clear tactic. They've obviously talked about that at half-time. Coaches have seen some opportunities in there, and look, the Bush just a little bit slow to react to a couple of those rucks to clear that ball and get their ball runners ready and available. So not reacting quick enough, and just on that breakout, unfortunately, Isaac Vollerbrit probably didn't react like he might have wanted to on the cover defence from the opposite wing. I just saw him stop and not really go for it over there. So it's all learnings though, isn't it, for a player like Isaac, early in his career.
Oh, and that's a great...
Danger's on the mark.
That's a great kick from the sideline for Danger Whale, who takes it out now to 27 points to 13 with half an hour to go. And we have a replacement, and that's number 18 who's come on there for Copthorne Wairarapa Bush, and that's Matt Perry representing the East Coast Club in the Wairarapa. He must be on in the loose forwards. It could be for Jared Hawkins, I would have thought. I can't quite see number 6 at the moment of Jared, so that's the replacement. And that's an average kick there from Wairarapa Bush. As Whanganui here looking to make another change. And that's Raymond Salu, who's coming off. And Hakarara is coming on. So that was Whanganui have just turned up the blowtorch in the beginning of the second half. And Wairarapa Bush need to react to this. This is a great attacking opportunity. There's also a little bit of the rain has started to come in. Well, I might have to go down to the boys on the sideline in a minute.
It's getting a bit wet.
And that's a nice scrum there. And that's Danger Whale takes it up to 40 metres out from the line, and they're getting...
He's knocked that on.
He hasn't. Oh, but he ruled a penalty, so it must have been plated on the ground. And that was Ania Kartia. Didn't get to his feet in time. So Whanganui boys have just put the blowtorch on in the beginning of this second half.
Yeah, huge start for them in the second half. Much more purpose to their play. As we've said, very, very aggressive at the breakdown and more field position now. This is probably the key moment with half an hour to go, Boda. 14-point margin. Wairarapa Bush are going to have to hold Whanganui out here, try and force an error and get some territory back down there.
Completely agree, Childsy. We just need to hold on here from a Wairarapa Bush point of view. There's Tutaha, the replacement hooker, looking to throw in. His throwing was really good the last couple of weeks. Like I said, he's been starting for Whanganui, so the combinations won't be a problem with Josh Lane, sorry, the big lock forward. Oh, and they go short at the front, and there's Tutaha.
Look on the sneaky.
No,
not straight.
Didn't quite go straight. Touch Judge Jeffries right on top of that. So Wairarapa Bush have managed it now. They just need to have a good scrum and get a good clearance here. So how is that? Is that weather looking like it's really going to set in, boys?
Well, what do you reckon, Choddy? You're the forecaster.
Yeah, I'm the terrible weather forecaster. Look, all I can say is the raindrops are getting heavier.
The raindrops are getting heavier. There you go.
Whatever that means.
It certainly looks like it from up here.
I'm just really hungry.
Fair enough. Fair enough. As
the big fella, tie weight warming up.
TY. As Wairarapa Bush feed the scrum, Bracewell feeds the scrum. Another good scrum there from Wairarapa Bush. It comes out to Eschenbach. He's been a willing carrier. Absolutely loves the contact. As Wairarapa Bush, they didn't counter-ruck. Whanganui didn't counter-ruck that time. Back to Dre Taylor. Dre Taylor looks to clear. And that goes out up around the 35 metres out from the Wairarapa Bush line. So relieving a little bit of pressure there. But Whanganui will be straight back in here looking for their line out. So Jared Hawkins will try and get to Jared shortly for a chat. We can cross now.
Here we have Jared Hawkins, great shift out there today, mate. Look, very noticeable, the loose forwards working in tandem on defence, especially you three. How'd you find it?
Oh, yeah, really good. I really enjoyed being out there with BJ and Inia again. A few old heads, a lot of experience there, and I'm older than both, but I still learn a lot off them every game, you know.
Yeah, well, it's very noticeable was that work rate of that sort of back five with your locks as well. There was a huge amount of effort in that first half, guys making tackles, getting up off the ground, really fighting for each other, and getting into position. It was really good to see.
Yeah, most definitely. Yep, it really was. Gammy and Logan just awesome again in that middle row, so hopefully we can just dig a bit deeper and just get a bit more forward ball going and learn from our mistakes in the first 5 minutes of the second half here.
And off they go, but thanks, Jared, for your time. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, Childsy. Thanks, Jared. That was awesome hearing from him, coming straight off the field there, getting a quick chat. You don't get that in too much other coverage. It's really nice hearing what's happening out there, and that was a great little chat. Really enjoyed that. Jared Hawkins is a veteran. He's come back the last 2 years. He had a 6 years hiatus from the Wairarapa Bush side out of the Martinborough club, and he's come back and he's had some really, really good games. It's been great having him back, boys.
Yeah, well, it is certainly, and one of the real troopers of our game here, but great defence there from Steele from Whanganui. The Bush had a little bit of a chance on the left edge there, but they covered it superbly. I think it was Ala Kesio that made the tackle and forced the mistake, and ball on now, Boda.
And it comes to Whale. That's a Setawalu in the midfield. Setawalu takes it forward again. He always looks to go forward. And there's the blindside flanker again. He's just always willing. Kubanavanua, always willing worker. And it comes back there. Oh, turnover. No, it's a knock on. It's a knock on, so it'll just be a scrum to Whanganui.
He went for the kick pass.
You got to say, Inia Cartier, though, again, being a menace for the Bush at the breakdown. He's been the best on field for me today for the home side, along with Harry Eschenbach. His work rate, his ability to just cover in behind that defensive line as well. He does a hell of a lot of work unseen in here, Boda.
Yeah, no, he certainly does. The other shout out I'd like to give is for Logan Wakefield. He's a young fella and he's just getting better and better and better, and he's also been outstanding today, Childsy. So Sam Walton Sexton coming on for Isaac Bracewell, who's been very good. And also, I mentioned him earlier, is Conrad Newland has come on for Hadley Hay Horton, who's had a very good game, the big fella. He's a very destructive young man. is always good to see. So I'm getting some new front rowers out there now. This will be interesting to see how this all sets up. So this is getting the hooker and the loose head, Conrad and Tutaha, Roman. They start usually. So very, very strong players. Referee there. Well, I don't know why that delay would come in there from Whanganui. I probably thought there should have been a free kick for a delayed feed.
Exactly.
I'm not sure what happened there. That just looked like a good hit from both teams. Maybe he's given a bit of tolerance because there's new front rowers on there. Whanganui here. Really, really nice attacking opportunity. Score 29 points to 13. 55 minutes gone. We're about 24 metres out from the goal line. Almost right in the middle of the field. It's a better scrum there from Whanganui. Wairarapa Bush applying a small amount of pressure. Horrocks. It comes out there. Malanathangi. Nice tackle down low there. And that might have been Dre Taylor. And it comes back here. And there's the replacement drop. Conrad Newland crashing in to the Wairarapa Bush defence.
Oh, knock on.
Tutaha, the replacement hooker.
Almost a penalty there for offside.
He's a strong runner, Tutaha. I know that one didn't go well for him, but he's a very, very strong runner as well. So good defence there from Wairarapa Bush, holding them out.
And big tie weight, TY is about to come onto the field too, Boda.
And that'll be for Tupo the Terminator. Tupo Leamanu. Who's had another industrious game for Wairarapa Bush up front. As Sam Walton Sexton will look to feed this scrum out of the Greytown Club. Someone's put Cobb on the Facebook page. I love seeing these messages piling in. Everyone watching it at home. Back in the Whanganui district. Going right up to border. Getting close to the New Plymouth territory there, or the Taranaki territory. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. And that's a good hit from Whanganui. Oh, could be a tight head. No, they get it back.
Nice work there from Sam Walton Sexton to tidy that up.
Nice. As Wairarapa Bush here, looking to clear this. He's calling his people around, and there's Inia Cards here, who Mark Childs mentioned earlier in the coverage. There's a knock-on there, so Wairarapa Bush have got an advantage, but it's only a knock-on advantage. Lewis Bush in there, scrapping for the ball. No counter-ruck. As Walton Sexton comes back to Dre Taylor. Dre Taylor looks to clear.
Good nudge.
That's a great kick.
Gets right up to halfway. That's a huge nudge. As Malanathangi's looking at his options. So that kick went to about 5 metres close to the halfway line there. It's a great nudge there from Dre Taylor. And the Tutaha looking to feed this line out. And there's the replacement loose head prop there, number 17. Big Conrad Newland. Just to come in. Oh,
okay, come on, boys.
Oh, that was a really average line out there from Whanganui, and Wairarapa Bush get the turnover. And there's Va, the hooker. Oh, hard to tackle. He's pretty aggressive in there in the carry. And there's Walton Sexton in there digging. And that comes out to BJ Campbell, who's back in the Wairarapa Bush for his second game this year. And there's Andre Taylor, who looks to go low. That's a nice kick from Andre Taylor, putting Whanganui right back in there. And there's Malanathangi back there. What's his options? He just looks to be safe and clear it. And that's a nice clearance. And that gets at about 38 metres, 30-odd metres out from the 28 metres out from the Whanganui line. Another replacement here.
Oh, it's the big cat.
The big cat. Number 23, Tom Wilders. Tom Wilders. So that will put Lewis Bush into hooker. And I know Lewis has played a lot at prop, but he's also been training quite a bit at hooker this year. And it's just a slide overthrow there. But
the big cat's in.
But what the referee's ruled is that it was a knock-on.
Oh, just these little moments, like the turnover in front of their post, those throws.
Yeah, we need one or two of these things to go our way from a Wairarapa Bush point of view. Whanganui, like once again, I keep saying it, probably said it 5 times in the coverage so far, boys, but they just look composed to me.
Yeah, 6 or 7, I think you said it.
They're hard to fluster, which is a sign of a good side. You know, they're well led.
But absolutely, you only said once.
It's a good scrum there. And Danger Whale kicks it down, and it comes down to a Seti Vaka. And Seti takes it.
Awkward bounce for a Seti.
And Wairarapa Bush here have got some position.
Oh, they've got some numbers here.
Get into their line. Dre Taylor. Oh, he's found the gap. Oh, no, bumped into his own player. Walton Sexton was running the halfback line. BJ, that's a nice tackle there from Hughes, the ever-present Hughes.
Just peeling in over the ball.
Oh, Sam Gammy. Sam Gammy there comes the cuts on the inside. Gets up to halfway, does big Sam Gammy. Walton Sexton comes out the back to Dre Taylor. Oh, that slipped out of his hands, but it's play on. That definitely went back. Oh, no, okay, maybe not. Referee ruled it went forward. Okay, we'll cross right now, guys.
Here we have Tupou Leomanu down sideline. You've come off a big shift there, Tupou. How was the scrum battle out there?
Oh, no, it's pretty good. They're pretty good, not going to lie.
They're pretty solid here.
Yeah, lucky Louis Bush came in and sorted up.
Well, you know, I think we had a couple of good scrums on that first half. They were putting some pressure on, but some great defensive work, especially from our forward pack in that first half. Is that what you thought?
Yeah, it's pretty good. We've been working on that all week, but the last 10 minutes to 15 minutes we kind of lacking, but yeah.
Yeah, they come out with a different sort of game plan, didn't they, of attacking our ruck ball at the breakdown?
Yeah.
Is that how you felt and what you saw out there?
Yeah. That's how, felt like that.
What do you think we need now? What do you think the team needs now?
I think it just need to run hard.
Run hard. Down. Get over the advantage line a bit more and get down there and score some points, eh?
Yeah.
Right, back to you, Boda.
So, thank you.
As Lindsay Horrocks there picks up and is knocked on, so Wairarapa Bush have got the ball here. It's in there, Walton Sexton in there digging. Out to big Lewis Bush, who loves to carry. Walton Sexton, it's an advantage. Advantage to Wairarapa Bush, so that's a penalty advantage. Out to Dre Taylor. Out to big TY. Wait. Crunches in there to the defence. And it comes out here to Cyrus Baker. It's a forward pass, but it'll come back for the advantage. It'll come back for the penalty. Loving those interviews down there, boys. Persico, can you hear me down there? Or Charles?
I was just over the loudspeaker, mate.
Yeah, no, cool.
Trying to do two things at once here. It's difficult for a male.
I just loving those interviews, you know. I love hearing the players, you know, like Tupou, like straight away he was honest. He was like, "How was the scrum battle?" Actually, really tough. I don't mind denying it. You know, like he, they're actually good.
Full of praise for his opposition number there, Tupou.
Yep.
But look, he put in a really good shift today, especially on defence, I thought, and much better than last week. Let's put it that way.
That's really good. As Lewis Bush, can he find his man? BJ Campbell. Oh no. It was a slap down as Whanganui pouring through there. Oh, here's trouble. And there's Lindsay Horrocks, who's been dominating this game so far. He's a clever player. And there's Logan Wakefield pouring back as he's ever present, always is. Comes out to a Seti Vaka. A Seti Vaka comes across here. Oh, and that looks like Isaac Vollerbrit out there on the wing. And he's wrapped up his four Whanganui there. Not a lot of Wairarapa Bush, and he still managed to get it back. Well done, Isaac. And Wairarapa Bush here. And there's the big cat. Does a big carry into the midfield. And there's Dre Taylor looking to clear. That's a great nudge.
Great composure there from the team. Wairarapa Bush, a couple of phases and a big clearing kick. But Whanganui on the counter now.
Melanathangi passed it out there to Vakarodongo. Vakarodongo crashes into the Wairarapa Bush. Have contained him well today. The top try scorer in the Heartland competition. And that's good clean out there. And there's the big replacement player there, number 19, Matty Ashworth. He's also been starting for Whanganui most weeks. And there's a Seti Vaka. Oh, he beats one, beats two, does a Seti. Seti comes back into the midfield there, and he's got there's a good blowout there from Wairarapa Bush. Good clean out. And it comes out to Sam Gammy. But Tummy Lau kind of must have got a bit of a knock because he's sort of in the road there.
Yeah, Tummy Lau's taken a head knock by the looks.
Dre Taylor out to Cy Baker crashing into the midfield there. Wairarapa Bush over halfway. Referee's got penalty. It was much needed from Wairarapa Bush. What do they do here, Childsy? Do they just go to the sideline or do they try and get a bit closer?
17 minutes to go, 14 points down. It's a long way out for Dre. I don't think he has the distance, so they'll probably go for the touch here. And a few players down, injured at the moment for Copthorne, Wairarapa Bush. Fiora Tamiliau's taken a head knock, probably a clash there, and the big cat, Tom Walters. I think that's him down on the ground there. Boda?
Yeah, well, he was adding a bit of impact, so that's a bit of a bummer for the young fella. He came on there and had a couple of carries and hit a couple of rucks. There's people down all over the place here. 1, 2, 3. So there might just be a bit of a break here.
Oh, sorry, the pizzas have arrived.
Pizzas are here.
We're off focus. We're off focus, Boda.
The pizzas are here. That's Persico gone.
Dude, you've got to try
for the rest of the day.
The new chicken pineapple. It's bloody beautiful.
Fair enough. BG up in with the woman. He'll be pretty jealous. He missed out last time too, Persico.
Toby, do you want one up there? You and Boda?
I'm good, boys. I'm good, but Toby might want one.
Now, just so everyone knows, Toby's the producer, so he tries to stay off camera, but Toby Mills, his name is.
Does a great job, does Toby. Brings all the coverage to you guys. As Wairarapa Bush here have got the attacking line out. About 20 metres, 18 metres out from the line. There's Wakefield again. Nice throw from Bush. And it comes out to... And that's a nice crash from Cyrus Baker. Makes a couple of metres across the advantage line there. And it comes to Walton Sexton. Walton Sexton coming across but couldn't find a runner. Whanganui looking to hold him up, but he gets the penalty. It's a penalty not releasing, so his knee was on the ground. Whanganui couldn't hear the call. So the Wairarapa scrum's got better, so they've got options here now.
Take the scrum. I'd take the scrum.
Yep.
Because it's midfield scrum. Opportunity. They're going to take the quick tap.
Oh, yep.
So tap.
Quick tap. I like that. Wairarapa Bush here showing some good intent. Like Childsy said, they're a few points behind now. And it comes out to Gammy. Coming on the out. Gammy beats one. Crashes over. He's about 4 metres out from the line here. Walton Sexton in there digging. And there's big TY Waits crashing in there from Wairarapa Bush. And there's Walton Sexton. Walton Sexton. Oh, the referee ruled he knocked it on. The ball must be getting a little bit slippery there, boys.
Yeah, there was a chance there on the switchback as well. That's a move they practice at training, Boda. Where Gammy comes, off the quick tap to the other side. One more hit up the same way and they switch. And there was a chance there, but Tippy Haida is now on for Isaac Volleybrook.
Well done, Isaac, out of the Tuhurangi club. He's had a good day, young fella. It's good to see some of the Tuhurangi boys, and there's going to be another one come on shortly.
Yeah, here comes the other one, Stafford.
Yep. One of them is definitely Lindsay Horrocks is coming off, number 9. It's hard to see exactly who's coming off there, but Lindsay Horrocks has definitely come off, the halfback. It's a big scrum there from Wairarapa Bush. Oh, Wairarapa Bush here putting big pressure on. And they've pushed them back. Well done, Wairarapa Bush. And it's a 5 metre scrum.
Okay, some points here will make this last part interesting, Boda. And here it comes from Tuarangi, Tyne Stafford.
The mighty Tyne Stafford. And he comes on for Inia Cartier. So that was a nice scrum there from Copthorne, Wairarapa Bush. So they just need to hold on to position here. They look dangerous. I mean, in that switchback, they had numbers galore. So they did work that well. So they just need to hold on and get into some of their shape, get into some of their structures. It's good to see Tippy out there. Another good scrum there from Wairarapa Bush. Comes to Tyne Stafford, who carries hard. It's a nice tackle, though. Great tackle. Great tackle there from Eben Klassen, the replacement halfback. Great tackle. Comes on for Lindsay Horrocks. Also, we've got number 20 on there. We've got all sorts of numbers. So all the higher numbers there are starting to fill the field from Whanganui. As Wairarapa Bush here have got line out inside the Whanganui 22. We've got 13 minutes of play left.
Yeah, but I'm just surprised there in an attacking position we're in that Inia, unless he's carrying a niggle, got replaced there, especially in that sort of field position.
He's been awesome, hasn't he, Inia?
So probably, best on park for Bush today, in my opinion.
He's an outstanding player for sure. And it comes out there, comes out to the centre. It's Vakarodongo, and he pops it back. There's a few high numbers out there now. so forgive me for not knowing exactly who everybody is. And there's Eben Klassen, the replacement halfback. He puts in a nice kick, and he's pouring through, and he's got the ball, Eben Klassen. And he gets it, each one, beats two, and it's going to be a foot race. Eben Klassen, it's play on.
No, knock on.
No, he's called the knock on. He's called the knock on there. That would have been Josh Brugger, who scored a try on debut a couple of weeks ago down against North Otago in a very similar circumstance, actually. So Josh Brugger is on there as well for Steel Form Whanganui. Wow. Eben Klassen, he's added something since he's come on. He was the guy who did the big hit down here when we had that 5-metre scrum, boys.
Yeah, it was. And look, they pulled three off at the same time, and I couldn't see who they were, so apologies to the viewers. It was right up the other end of the field, but there has been a triple replacement for Steel Form Whanganui. And Boda, you're all over that, aren't you?
Yep. And then we've also got number 23, Luke Whale, is out there as well now, looking at 12. So he's for Setawalu. Yeah. So that's all the replacements, I think, fellas. It's another good scrum there from Wairarapa Bush. Walton Sexton. Dre Taylor taking it into the contact. It's a bit of a steal there. But Wairarapa Bush carry on. They're just getting through some phases here. They're just, there was a high tackle there. And that comes back to Tommy Lau, but they'd all just go out and they'll come back for the penalty. No advantage for Wairarapa Bush. As 10 minutes to go in the game, and Whanganui lead 29 points to 13. So Wairarapa Bush have got some big calls to make here. They need to start lifting this game, boys. If they want to try and get the dub, it's becoming harder and harder as the game counts down.
Yeah, 100% Whanganui, in the right area of the field now. It's getting a little bit tougher conditions-wise down here, Boda, with the ball handling. Quite a slippery ball now as Andre Taylor looks to find touch, and that's a very good kick. So
it's a great kick from Dre Taylor.
11 minutes to go, and needing 2 converted tries, plus more now.
Yeah,
I ate a bit quick.
Yeah, I think Persico might have enjoyed the pizzas as Lewis Bush there throws it in. And Wairarapa Bush managed to secure it. It comes out there to Hayden Cooper. Hayden Cooper runs into the defence, right into the heart of the defence. And Sam Walton Sexton in there. And there's big Ty Waite, and he comes across on the right there to Lewis Bush. Lewis Bush carrying 3 and 4 with him. And then takes it over the sideline there, and that's going to be a line out to Whanganui inside their 22. A little bit of argy-bargy over there in the corner. For everybody interested at home, East Coast has got up. Ngāti Porou East Coast, 29-11 over King Country. South Canterbury again continue their winning run, 50-35 over Mid Canterbury. And Poverty Bay look like they're going to get the points against Horowhenua. They're up 28-17. Is Tutaha. Looks to find, and he does. He finds Hay Horton in the middle of the line out. And he comes back to Whale. Whale onto the left foot. And that's a lovely clearance on his left foot there from Dane Whale. Takes the play up to just over the 40-metre line inside Whanganui territory.
Well, Danger Whale showing off his skills there. The old left foot semi-spiral.
Yeah.
Semi-spiral punt. The man's got some skills. He's got a lot of skill out of the mouth as well. He's a stock agent.
He's got a lot of skills in rugby foot, not so much pull.
Quite a cheeky bugger, to be fair, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Couldn't shut him up, really, could you?
He was loving it.
As Lewis Bush here looking to throw to this line out. Just need to go short. And they find BJ Campbell in the middle of the line out, and it comes out to Walton Sexton. Finds Taylor, and that's Cyrus Baker there, taking the unders line straight back in the defence. And that's Walton Sexton. Logan Wakefield always keen for a carry. BJ Campbell over there with the clean out, and it comes to Walton Sexton. Dre Taylor coming around the corner. Dre Taylor runs into 2 and 3 players, but that's a good clean out there from Gammy. Gammy finds Tummy Lau. Tummy Lau finds Cyrus Baker. Cyrus Baker comes out here to the right to Hayden Cooper. Hayden Cooper with a good business. Needs a bit of patience here from Wairarapa Bush. Walton Sexton makes a bit of a break. Has he got some cleaners? Yes, he has. Wairarapa Bush, and it comes out
and spin it.
TY, and it comes out to BJ Campbell. BJ Campbell, it's not such a good pass. And Whakarorongo kicks it through. But here's Tyne Stafford getting back. Tyne Stafford there goes back and cleans it up. And he pops it there to Aseti Vaka. Aseti Vaka makes the tackle, and it's good clean out from Wairarapa Bush. Good energy from the replacements powering in there. And there's big TY.
Oh, big TY.
TY Waite out of the Martinborough club there.
The big Italian.
And it comes Dre Taylor. Comes
Go
across,
Tippy.
Comes the Tippy Hara. Tippy Hyder, he finds Hayden Cooper. Hayden Cooper takes it into contact, and that's Lewis Bush out there on the wing. Lewis Bush takes it inside the 22, and that's a good clean out there from Sam Gammy. Oh, he ruled. What's he ruled? Sam Gammy with a...
That was looking better from Wairarapa Bush, wasn't it, Boda?
Oh, it certainly was. Certainly was.
What's the ruling there, Boda?
He ruled that Gammy came in from the side on the clean out.
I'll tell you what, Steel Form Whanganui in the second half of the breakdown, you know, they've done bloody well, haven't they? But you know, these breakdown penalties, if you're going to let most of it go, then all of a sudden you pull that up. Nah, not happy.
It's got to be reviewed.
That's the problem, right? I mean, not having a go at the ref, guys. It's just when it happens, it's got to be. I'd penalise it all the time, or don't penalise it.
Yeah, well, we'll have a go at the ref. Just be consistent. If you're going to let it go for most of the match, and we had, you know, Copland and Wairarapa Bush had a roll on there, absolute roll on.
Yep. They did.
Sorry, Whanganui viewers. You know where I come from, don't you?
As Tutaha here looking to feed the line out. He'll probably look to find big Hay Horton. No, he finds Ashworth, Matty Ashworth in there, the replacement lock. And he's still going hard as Hughes, Jamie Hughes. He's industrious, that number 7. He's a workaholic out of the Ruapehu club. And there's a turnover there from Dre Taylor and Walton Sexton. He's looking around. Oh, and he finds some space out here to Cyrus Baker. Cyrus Baker to Aseti Vaka. Aseti Vaka finds Tummy Lau. Tummy Lau just needs to come infield. Doesn't want to go out. Doesn't want to get pushed out. Well done. And there's Walton Sexton in there. That's a great clean out. And there's Big Tyne Stafford in there looking busy.
Advantage here. Gammy was tackled without the ball.
Childsy, you got some comments there. They're telling you to stay in the blue, mate. Some of the folks at home. As Walton Sexton takes the quick tap out to BJ Campbell. BJ Campbell takes it up to the 22. Wairarapa Bush starting to look dangerous. There's Sam Walton Sexton in there. Steel Form Whanganui have got a player down, but they've managed to get the knock on. Wairarapa Bush have knocked it on. And it comes that Eden Klassen. And there's... referee said there's an injury. That was...
what's happened with Childsy being told something, Frodo? I missed that.
There's just a comment that they want Childsy to stay in the blue. They want him to take a breath.
Yeah, I totally agree with them.
This happens, I know, I agree too. This happens every week, doesn't it? I get a bit too carried away and a bit too parochial.
It goes on and on.
Definitely don't stay on the fence and always criticising referees. And why not?
Poor refs, mate. They've got a job to do, mate. They've got a job to do.
Well, it's grassroots rugby, you know. It doesn't happen at the international or super level stage.
Okay, Whanganui viewers, keep it up. Keep at him. He's thick-skinned. Keep commenting.
With 5 minutes to go, Whanganui look like they're going to get the dub here. And it's 29 points to 13. The Hub Legal predictor score. Do you remember what that was, Persico? But
it was 35-7.
Okay.
It's not far off,
It's not that far off. As Wairarapa Bush pushed over the mark there. That one should have been a free kick to Whanganui, actually. But that's okay. Lewis Bush is not happy. He's got a lot to say.
Yeah, the lip Lewis Bush, we call him.
He's definitely having his fair share at the Whanganui boys. He's telling them what he's thinking.
I went diving with him last year and he was talking through a snorkel.
Was that Boda talks through a snorkel, doesn't he?
Boda would talk to a snorkel too.
As Whanganui have the scrum here. And that's a good scrum there from Big Ty White. Big T White, yeah, the referee's got them that time, pushing over the mark. That was spot on. Spot on from the ref.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
As Danger Whale gets
Danger
the little
with the kick with Dre's there to cover.
There's Dre Taylor there. He's going which way? Going left, going right, and comes back to the right. Tommy Lau to Hayden Cooper. Hayden Cooper beats one on the outside. Cooper looks a little flick on the inside. Oh, but it's gone out over the sideline.
Yeah, hey, Boda, been impressed with Hayden Cooper in his debut. Look, he hasn't really put a foot wrong. He's beaten tacklers. His energy. He's defended really well on that right edge. I think he'll have to be very happy with his debut performance.
Completely agree.
And that rain is definitely settling in now, Boda.
Yeah, the producer, Toby, said that might happen. He said that it might get through the game, but when he's cleaning up all his gear and trying to get it to the car, he's going to get smashed by the rain. And he's right on cue. Maybe we should get him doing
these pizza boxes are getting really wet, so we're going to have to finish off the pizzas.
So 3 minutes to go. Whanganui 29-13. They're going to get the points here today, and well deserved from Steel Form Whanganui. They definitely deserve it. They're telling you to have another pizza there, Persico, on the coverage.
Happy to do that.
And then Persico will oblige. And that comes out to Whale. And that's Whakarodongo. Whakarodongo, very dangerous as always, Whakarodongo. And that's Eden Klassen. Eden Klassen The replacement halfback and under the post. Danger Whale takes it to the line to Whakarongo, who finds Eden Klaassen, the replacement halfback, with an outstanding try. And that's something that could be the fourth for Steel Form Whanganui. Have been very good all day. Wairarapa Bush haven't given up as we thought. But there's been some lovely play from Steel Form Whanganui. They've been composed, they've been accurate, and the replacements have come on and they've added. Wairarapa Bush have worked hard, but boys...
All right, I've had a gutful of this. I'm out of here.
Boys, really impressed with Whanganui.
Yeah, dominant second half performance from the Steel Form Whanganui side, and I was really impressed when they came out after half time. They were a lot more aggressive. They must have got a bit of a shot in the backside from the coaches. More competitive at the breakdown. They had a lot more fire in their belly, but they haven't actually lost their accuracy, have they, Boda?
No.
Impressed with the inside-back combination today of Lindsay Horrocks and Dame Whale. They've got a lot of weapons outside them, but I've been impressed with the way they've controlled the game.
I know it's a bit early to be saying this kind of thing, Childsy. Can they challenge South Canterbury?
Well, I think if you're looking at the results, South Canterbury, they're not the last few weeks. They're only sort of just winning, aren't they? So this time of year is all about momentum, Boda.
Yep.
Which teams gather the momentum the most? And Steel Form Whanganui, slow start to the season, but you've got to like their style of play, and some of the athleticism and size they've got will match the likes of South Canterbury. So I'm picking them to be a real threat.
Yep. Absolutely agree with you, Childsy. And I had to pull out the absolutely because I completely believe it. They're a very, very good side, Steel Form Whanganui. And they bring on good replacements too. And their replacements have come on and they've added and they know their roles. They look very clear in what they're doing.
And rolling around the corner again, and here's an inside break with a big prop. Takes it up. But yeah, their structure's good. Their support play's good. Back up to you, Boda.
Good as gold. And it comes out here to Tutaha, who's crashing into the Wairarapa Bush defence. He's run hard since he's come on. And they take the pick and go there short. And we're coming down now with only 30 seconds to go in the game. Klaassen comes across and finds that outstanding blindside flanker, Kubanavanua. He's been outstanding today, but Wairarapa Bush are pouring through, and the referee's got an advantage to Whanganui, but it's only a knock-on advantage, so this will be the last scrum of the game, I would have thought, with the 80 minutes has just ticked by. Whanganui, they're winning 36 points to 13, and they've got the bonus point.
Yeah, Boda, commendable performance from Cop Form Wairarapa Bush today, though. They've really tried their heart out, and they haven't given up. It's probably just the weight of possession and the bench impact from the Steel Form boys that's told in the end. Super impressive squad.
Completely agree. Really, really impressive Whanganui today. They'll go deep. It'll be good watching them in the semi-finals in a couple of weeks' time in the Lahore. In the Meads Cup. And that's a better scrum there from Wairarapa Bush. And they come across, and there's Whakarongo. He's been well taken care of today because he's an outstanding rugby player, the top try scorer in the Heartland competition this year with 8. And there's an intercept. Tamilau.
Off goes Tamilau.
But that's a great chase there coming in from, I think it's hard to, can't see the number there. Milanathagi. And Walton Sexton in there. It comes out to Tipi Haida. Out to Big TY, out to Seti Vaka. Seti Vaka takes the gap, out to Lewis Bush. Lewis Bush runs straight over the top of one player. Jamie Hughes, good tackle, Jamie Hughes. Hard man to tackle, Lewis Bush. And there's an advantage. Penalty there, penalty to Wairarapa Bush.
Tap and go, don't stop. Time's up.
Walton Sexton with the quick tap, try to Sam Walton Sexton. And that's a nice way to finish for Wairarapa Bush. And that takes the score to 36 points to 18. That was just some good work there.
Oh, it was fantastic play, Boda. Never giving up. Got some ball. The width of the pass, the forwards out on the edge there. But some good skill level with the wet ball, and Lewis Bush rampaging down the sideline there. And good presence of mind from Sam Walton Sexton to take that tap and score. So, look, the coaches will be pleased with that. The team not giving up. And probably the scoreline is a fair reflection of the match, in my opinion. Steel Form Whanganui, were down early 13-8, showed their composure, got in the shed at half-time and came out absolutely firing, and they've deserved this victory today. But some promising signs for Cop Form Wairarapa Bush for next week.
Completely agree, Childsy. I think Whanganui's been brilliant. They're just a good side, and they're a squad too. They bring on their reserves. You don't call them that anymore. It's called impact now. So bring on your impact players, and they made an impact. Impressive. As Andre Taylor from the sideline, who just pushes that wide. And there's the final whistle from referee Jason Hamlin. Final score, Whanganui 36, Wairarapa Bush 18. Really, really enjoyed the battle. Wairarapa Bush showed a lot of heart because the position and territory, it's a guess, but I would have thought it was somewhere between 65 to 70% to Whanganui in this game. So Wairarapa Bush showed a lot of heart to stay in it, but they're a very, very good side. And they'll be very, very tough going into the Lahore, Childsy.
Super tough to bowl, I believe, and peaking at the right time. As we said before, they're going to be fiercely competitive in the Meads Cup. And for Wairarapa Bush, a must-win game next week away. Not too sure, I haven't had a look at the points table yet, Boda, but that will probably mean Wairarapa Bush sitting maybe 7th or 8th on the table. So it could be a must-win game next week.
Yep.
To round off the season and try and make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, they'll stay in the Lahore semi-finals at this stage, but it's a big game next week. It really is a big game next week. Just want to do I thought, for me, Hadley Hay-Horton, the loose head prop for Steel Form Whanganui, I thought he had an outstanding, and the same with Alisana Tofa. He's the concrete batcher from Whanganui. I thought they were really, really good. And obviously the blindside flanker, Childsy, for me, Samu Kubanavanua, I thought he was outstanding.
Agree with you there, and as we mentioned in the broadcast, the inside back combination.
Yeah.
Lindsay Horrocks, Dane Danger Whale. Yeah, they look composed players, don't they? And
they do.
Look, Lindsay's still sniping around that base. He made a couple of breaks during that match, and I really like his play. He's offering a threat there. And, you know, those two guys controlled the game very, very well. They never panicked. And end of the day, it was just the power of possession and their skill level and their impact off the bench that made them the superior side today, Boda. For Copthorne Wairarapa Bush, many good performances out there. I'll start with the back line. You can go into the forward pack, but Hayden Cooper on debut on the right wing really never put a foot wrong the whole match. He'll be delighted with his performance, and so will the coaches. Harry Eschenbach was super impressive in the midfield. His defence was very solid, and ran some reasonable lines there in the midfield off Andre Taylor. You know, you've got to give it to Dre. He hasn't played rugby for 4 weeks now, 4 or 5 weeks. Yeah. He'll be lacking match fitness. But, intercept, runaway try, good goal kicking, and, he had his moments. So, he'll admit probably, a bit rusty in patches, but really it was a good performance from Andre Taylor today. So, the forward pack for the Bush.
Yeah, so you mentioned it in the coverage, Inia Katea. You said best on field for Wairarapa Bush. I tend to agree. He's just such an industrious player. He's always working attack, defence. He's always challenging at the breakdown. And just really enjoy everything Inia does. And as it has been all year, Logan Wakefield for me, he takes a lot of line-out ball. He's taking the kick-offs. His work rate's high, and he's always getting back. So they were the two standouts there for me in the Wairarapa Bush forward pack. I'm just going to quickly whip through some scores now for the Heartland. So as we said before, East Coast Ngāti Porou have beaten King Country 29-11. South Canterbury have beaten Mid Canterbury 50-35. Poverty Bay 31-17 over Haurawhenua Kapiti. Thames Valley look like they're going to get up. Oh, hang on, that game's still going. And they just scored a try, so that may change. Thames Valley 33, North Otago 32, conversion to come. And Whanganui have got up here over Wairarapa Bush.
Yeah, both teams joining arms in a huddle on the middle of the field with a little prayer and a hymn. Beautiful to see. All our Fijian brothers from both sides leading the sing-along. That's what Heartland grassroots rugby's about, isn't it?
It sure is. And Whanganui, the Butcher Boys, they're one of our brothers, along with HK from our area, from the Hurricanes area. So we see them right through age grade, so we grow up with them and we play against them a lot. So we form some pretty strong relationships with the Whanganui boys, and it's good to see them out there in this way. It's what rugby's about.
I'll probably try and grab some players for a bit of an interview if you want to carry on and perhaps discuss this game next week. And from your point of view, Boda, the selection of the side, this Copthorne Wairarapa Bush side today, I'll ask your opinion on what you thought of the loose forward combination.
Yeah.
All that experience in the loose forwards of Hawkins, Cartier and Campbell.
Yeah, so when I saw it named, Charlesy, honestly, my first thought was I was a little bit concerned, actually, because of the lack of height, the lack of size. But they didn't they weren't like that at all. Their work rate across the ball and their work rate off the ground absolutely made up for that. And in the first 50 minutes of play, I think Jared Hawkins came off at about the 50-minute mark. We had just gone behind at that point. So I don't know. I thought it was actually really good, Charlesy. Really impressive. I mean, Maiwai has been very, very good for Wairarapa Bush. But having him out today, it brought in a different dynamic, really.
Yeah, it did, and I think it definitely a different dynamic, and the work rate of those three, along with Gammy and Wakefield, was superb. That back five, you called it, in that pack. I think there was a lot more getting off the ground in the first half, making the tackles, and that loose forward, all those experienced players in that loose forward trio in the first half. It was a really fine first half performance. But just got Andre Taylor here with me. I'll mic him up.
Perfect.
And we'll have a bit of a chat.
Awesome, Charlesy. That's good stuff. Always good to hear from Dre Taylor. Be interesting to get his thoughts on the game.
Well, Dre, you're back on the park, 80 minutes, and a 90-metre run there, an intercept. I know how much that takes out of a person who hasn't played rugby for a while. How are you feeling when you got that try? How gassed were you?
Oh, mate, I haven't done nothing for about 4 or 5 weeks, so when Revo sent me the SOS, I was like, oh no, here we go. But yeah, no, obviously the ball popped up in front of me, and I was getting deeper and deeper breaths as I ran. I think I started arching more and more back. But I heard you, Charlesy, so you got me there, mate.
Just on the 22, I saw them coming, but you're a wily character, aren't you? You change the angle and you just start doing the zigzags, don't you? And they have to change with you. So that was well done. And hey, look, I thought for having been playing rugby for ages, you showed your class again out there, and some lovely touches and some good defence as well from you in and around the ruck and doing your job there. So, but look, the first half I was really impressed with the attitude of the team and the defence and getting up off the ground. What were your thoughts on it?
Yeah, no, we've been working really hard in the last couple of weeks to try and be mongrel, and we're slowly getting there. And obviously in the first half we actually put a lot of pressure on them and sort of had them rattled, but then second half we sort of just gone away from what was working, and we got punished. So we've got to do better than that next week.
Yeah, I think they were especially good. They came out and really attacked our breakdown. And, when we had the ball, they obviously had a plan to come out of the sheds and go, right, let's throw some more numbers in there. And at times the guys didn't quite react to that. Is that how you saw it?
Yeah, I got caught up in there one time with Inia and thought we had it. And then next minute, they're big boys and they just put their size to work, and we got outpowered. And, good credit to Whanganui. They're always a strong side. But I thought we contested really well for 40 minutes. And then obviously showed a bit of character there at the end to finish off, but that was a bit too late.
Yeah, the coaches must be happy with that, not giving up. Some lovely play down the left edge and with forwards, good handling, and the last try of the match. That's a positive to take forward to next week.
Yeah, well, that's what we've got to do. We've got to back ourselves and play footy like that, because we can't score points if we don't. So yeah, always got to get right into the right ends of the field and be patient, I guess. With too many turnovers. When we had them under the pump, and then they come down and score points, it's not good enough.
Yeah, that turnover ball's a real killer, isn't it? But look, one more match, and then we'll see where the dust lies for the season, Dre. But well done today on your comeback.
Cheers, Charles.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Back to you, Boda. I think that's it from me down on the sideline. I don't think we've got any other players coming along to have a chat. But look, I thoroughly enjoyed that match today. There was some really good rugby out there. Yes, there was mistakes. There always is in any game of rugby and at Heartland level. But I was impressed. Another great game on the park and some quality play from both sides. Is that how you saw it?
I did, and thank you very much, Charlesy, for your contribution today and your expert comments on the sideline. We love a bit of parochial passion there, mate. it's good fun, and we got some good comments.
Yeah,
got some comments on the Facebook.
Yeah, I know it's over the top and it's not really that professional, but I don't really care.
You love it. So thanks a lot, Charlesy. It was really good, mate. Well
Cheers.
done.
Congratulations to Steel Form Whanganui, their coaching management staff, Captain Dane Danger Whale, top bloke. Well done, Dane. You didn't win the pool last night. You won the rugby. Good afternoon, everybody.
And also from myself, from Boda, and from Toby, signing off now from Trust House Memorial Park. Another good day. So next week, Wairarapa Bush will have their last round robin game against Mid Canterbury, and Whanganui have got HK. So have a good afternoon, everybody, and enjoy the Ireland versus South Africa game tomorrow morning. Thanks. Have a good day.